Okay.
Hello, welcome to the first session of Council of Worms. We're starting things off a bit differently. Okay, so picture like a bar with has a regular loot on a stool. Behind him, vaguely, is a reptilian skull. Not gonna give more details than that for now. And he starts his song as various patrons come in, and it's like, okay, so gather around.
Please don't tell me I'm delusional. I can't hear anything.
I can't either.
Hello? Hello?
Brett, you died on us.
Hello?
Oh,
Hey,
my
Brad.
microphone's fussy. What was the last part you heard?
Gather
Gather
round.
round.
Together rounds.
Okay, okay. Gather round, gather round. Have a tale to tell you, a tale not quite so new, a tale not quite so old. Perhaps you have heard it, perhaps you have not. It is a story of intrigue and mystery and adventure. 15 years earlier. Now, getting into the actual part of it. Okay. This is a regional map. Yes, I am using real continents, but not real world cities or anything.
Yeah, no, we're running like Warhammer. What's it? Where it's like, oh no, this is basically France, but like this is basically France, but
There's
but
a
also
lot.
like isn't France.
Okay. Equinox and solstice, you are starting roughly somewhere in this region. Alcar and Morthen, you've both made your way over here to this blue dot. And Laurent, you are working your way from this yellow dot way, well, not quite the yellow dot, you're working your way from somewhere in this area that way.
Wait a minute, you have me working with the book?
Not working with, you just both in the same location.
Okay.
As for who we start off with, to
I was like, what a weird pairing that already would have been.
no. Okay, everyone pick a number between. Oh, between a number between 1 and 100.
50.
29.
8.
You rolled that publicly, Brad. Also, that you didn't even roll that.
No, he didn't.
Hey, no, he didn't.
Hannah, you're still set as GM.
I know I am. That's on purpose.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
You're
Well,
okay.
that
You're
was not public. I don't see
okay.
That was not
anything that
public.
Brad rolled.
You'll have to do it as a self roll if you want to hide it from me as well, Brad.
That's fine. So
But
I'll roll a new one.
23.
You said 29.
I mean, I said 29, but
I'm still saying, like, you know what? No, 75.
Oh,
oh, you going for it?
okay. So 29, 23, 75, and what was Joey's?
I said 29.
You were
Yeah,
29. Okay,
Maddie's was 50.
50. Okay.
Yeah.
Spencer, you are the closest.
Ooh.
Nice.
Number was 70. So, you have made your way. Actually, no, we'll start over there. You awokened in an old dusty library and have been wandering around, and you have made your way over here to a large fortress with various individuals, and you have ingratiated yourself, and you have been taught the ways of wizarding, as you have begun to adjust to this new world, and you're meeting so forth, and it's all been very very fascinating seeing all these new and strange individuals, these actual like organisms, and not your strange strangeness.
Oh, you mean
Sapience.
books?
Coming to terms with sapience, I think, is what you're getting
Yeah,
at.
yes. Along the way, somewhere in this time, you have encountered amongst your many individuals a peculiar purple dragonborn who is very I don't know. Joey, describe yourself, personality
Very.
wise.
I'm just. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just want to roll something for myself. I just want to roll something for myself real quick, just for the sake of seeing, just for my own thoughts and purposes. Hmm, that's not good. Well, anyways, it's yeah, he comes across as someone who's he comes across as someone who's got ch- who's got his own goals in mind.
A very independent personality.
Yep. A very independent personality.
Alcar, this fortress, this massive, sprawling citadel, is relatively near some of the area subtly controlled by your family, and you have set out hoping to prove yourself worthy of the family name because currently you're a nobody.
Just as
Ooh,
just as
And
just as it's meant to be.
you have come to this order of knights as a little bit to gain experience in the real world, and a little bit maybe it would be
May
beneficial for the organization to
I
insert
might be
yourself as a
I
mole.
might I might be I might be as I might be as I might be a I might be just trying to do good in the world. I might be a mole. That's for someone else to deal with.
You have
he's a city
put
slicker
good use to the
on
skills
farmersonly.com.
that the order has taught you, and you have gone after the fashion of a rogue. Most of the individuals that you've met are a normal assortment of various mythical races, elves and dwarves and humans, and there's some Loxodon and some other Dragonborn. There's some
Yeah.
Leonin and Tabaxi, and there's an Asimar or two you've seen. It's a wide assortment of individuals. And then one day, you see a very strange-looking individual. Spencer, describe Morthon when he's not hiding as a book.
Ah, yes. You see a very short individual. He's about 3 feet in height. Um, as far as you can tell, you think he's a listen. You think he just might be like a halfling of sorts. However, there's always seems to be something odd. On the occasional situation, you see yourself noticing that while he does wear a scarf around his neck, his mouth doesn't seem to move. And instead, you see that the pages on the book that this individual is carrying to constantly be flapping around. And you believe that the noise might be coming from there, and it might be some weird trick of the light, but because he's all the way down there, you're not entirely sure.
Yeah. You describe yourself as a halfling, and you're like I like to imagine that it's genuinely like a toss up whether or not you look like a halfling or a gnome. Like nobody can tell.
He has no distinguishable facial things save be for a pair of glowing eyes.
Yeah. I'll probably run some quiet investigations on that as my usual slick self to try to to try to gather if this is anything important. Because for all I know, someone's doing something weird. Maybe someone else is trying to muscle in on what I'm doing, or maybe they're, or, or for all I know, it's just some, or maybe there's even some crazy nonsense that's happening that's just happening for the sake of happening. It's either way, it might be good. Either way, it's a good way to kill an afternoon.
Make an insight roll.
Yeah. Let me just see what Alkar's insight is. Oh, right. I've made expertise on that. Because I was like, oh, right. I'm playing the part of a detective.
Ooh. Okay then. At least it's not a crit fail.
No, it's not, but like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, you know what?
You,
You know what? This was legit him just not taking it seriously.
you spend the afternoon observing this peculiar individual.
Yeah.
The biggest conclusions you can come to, aside from his peculiarness, is that he just seems to be trying to learn as much as he can about everything.
Yeah. Yeah. The curious sort is not even trying to hide it. Ah.
Well, why
If
would
he's
I?
trying. Yeah. Well, no. My like I'm thinking all cars thought process. Like it makes sense that he's thinking that it's like, okay, if he's trying to be a mole, he's not a very good one. So he probably lost interest pretty quick.
At least he's not a very good one yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Equinox and solstice. Somewhere 1,000 or more miles away. You two have, after your escape and meet up, and made your way to one of the outlying smaller fortresses. It's a regional fortress instead of like the main primary bastion of the Order of Scale Knights. And you
Mhm. You just cut out again.
need your up fussy apparently. Anyways, you've been doing mostly mundane labor that they can use your larger draconic muscles and frame for.
Hmm.
The
Muscles.
station master. So you're at this blue dot here.
Yeah.
Station master pulls the two of you aside, and he has a special task for you.
While
Yeah.
like when whoever it is announces that it is, like, the station master wants to speak with you or whatever, whoever announced it to her notices that Equinox is instantly terrified.
Yeah.
The messenger is equally confused and terrified. Well, not terrified, but at least apprehensive. That's the word I'm looking for. Apprehensive. As a young,
That's a good word.
barely graduated squire. You head for the station master. We'll say he's an older, portly dwarf. Once he hears you come in, he turns around. Ah, good. You are here. Is it just Equinox, or is it the both of you?
It would be the both of them.
The both of you.
Solstice will speak first. You wanted to see us?
Yes. There is a couple of things that need priority transport to the headquarters fortress. A good long ways northwest of here. We would send some knights with it, but they are being redeployed to the east. The Death Legion is getting more aggressive in the southeast, and redeployments have been ordered by the High Council, so there aren't that many. And I have a feeling that with a pair of dragons, any lowly crooks or vagabonds will certainly leave it alone.
I will say that,
It is
like, he can see that Equinox is noticeably trying to make herself look much smaller than she is.
there is a small cart. You can work out between yourselves how you wish to pull it or harness up or whatever. It's not loaded down too heavy. Some mineral ingots, some coin, and important documents. He pulls out a map of the region, this map, and points to where you are, here. And here is the headquarters fortress. You can't miss it. It's a massive, sprawling bastion, the fortress of the Worm Ascendant. He points out the main trade route. I suggest you go along this path. The road is clear and should be easy to travel on. Should probably take several days, maybe even up to a week, depending upon how long during the day you go. Take a few hours to prepare yourselves, then head to the loading docks. The cart should be ready by then.
Hmm.
We'll
I
be
wish
back.
you luck. You will receive your orders further once you reach the headquarters fortress. Wish you luck. May we see each other again sometime. It's been
Okay.
good working with you.
Yeah. So Solstice like actually says that it's been good working with him too, and Equinox says something very quietly that no one actually hears what she says, but she kind of just very, very quietly and timidly says the same.
He nods
Okay,
and
I'm back.
turns to several other documents and papers. He seems to be organizing, getting a whole bunch of paperwork together, as administrators do.
Hmm.
Alright. Are you going to split the time? It's a small handcart, so one of the two could pull while the other one acts as guard, or they could switch off, or they could both
I
like
mean,
have one a hand on it.
Solstice is definitely the stronger one, but also, I mean,
Okay.
technically Equinox has a higher strength score, but like Solstice actually knows how to use his strength. So, anyways,
Mhm, mhm.
they'd probably both like pull it like almost like they wouldn't harness themselves to it, but they would pull
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like one grabs one handle on one side, the other grabs the other, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
walk forward. Okay. Your first few days are uneventful. There are some traders along the road that give you some odd looks as they pass you by, but they do not hassle you at all. They seem to not want to mess with a pair of dragons, even small ones as you are.
Equinox noticeably flinches whenever she
Yeah.
sees anyone.
You almost get ambushed by a couple of bandits, and then immediately seeing the two of you are dragons, they immediately like throw their hands up and they turn and run the other way. They're like, nope, nope, nope,
I
not
kind of
doing this,
love the idea of
not doing this.
guys just like here in a wagon. They're like, all right, boys, let's get it. No, no, no,
Eh,
no. Directions to hey, where's the nearest town? Oh, it's just that way. Thank very much.
I think I'll say that while when the
Walk
bandits show up,
briskly.
while Solstice does like bare his fangs, Equinox hides under the cart.
That's funny. Ugh.
Anyways,
Are you trying to talk, Brad, or?
that thing keeps popping out. So they run for the hills and scatter and leave you unaccosted. Meanwhile, few days earlier, over here in the heart of the Death Legion's territory, Laurent, you have come to the realization that you need to get out of here. You're gonna get out of here fast.
Oh, who'd you
You
piss off?
you have decided that you no longer wish to be a member of the Death Legion. You have had it with this. You have snuck into the command tent, stolen a myriad of plans, including plans for the siege of a large port city. I need to double check my notes for the name. One second. Telmare. A large port city of Telmare. They plan an invasion force that will besiege the city. You, noticing this, decide to make haste. Perhaps you've heard rumors of an opposing force to your army, known as the Order of Scaled Knights. They are far to the northwest, on a completely separate continent, and you do not have time to waste. You steal a horse and you make your way. You run out in the middle of the night, and you ride hard. Hard for a long time. You are only taking breaks long enough to keep your horse from dying on you. You have thousands of miles to travel, and you do not know how long it will take you to get to where you need to go.
Mhm.
You left in a hurry in the middle of the night, grabbed what you could carry, and abandoned your post. You know they will be looking for you, but perhaps if you can put enough distance between you, they will not be able to catch you in time. After several, probably multiple weeks, you have made your way all the way over here. And up ahead in the distance, you see a peculiar sight. You see a pair of dragons, one a whitish color with silver, and the other strange purplish color. And they're pulling a cart between the two of them. Equinox and Solstice, you two behind you hear the sound of horse steps riding at full tilt. The horse is running as fast as a horse can
Yeah,
run.
they will quickly move the cart to the side of the road so that so that they get out of the way.
You see a guy in full armor, full heavy armor, just on the horse, just straight through you guys. Like, sorry, thank you.
Solstice and Equinox. Make dexterity saving throws to leap out of the way. Horse is
Get out of the way!
He's not stopping for no one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love the idea of the two dragons of the party just immediately getting run over by a horse.
Equinox is fine. Leap back behind that wooden cart for safety. And Solstice is also fine. The two of you leaped clear as this guy on a horse running like an absolute mad lad. He's clearly running from something or going somewhere in a hurry. Big hurry. Shoots clear past you. As you cough and splutter in the dust cloud left behind in the horse's wake. You do pass issues with a couple of bandits, but you don't even slow down to give them time of day. You don't have time for bandits. Not that they would
Oh,
pose
absolutely
much.
not.
Not that they would pose much of a threat to you. You have slaughtered countless. You felled entire armies, granted with the assistance of an entire legion of shock troops, but nonetheless, petty bandits along a trade route are ants beneath your feet.
Get a
They are
job!
they are but dust to you.
I'm
Insignificant.
again, someone tries to rob you, only they just straight up get run over by your horse. just just boom, and you don't even realize they're a bandit. Just sorry.
It's like,
Eventually,
wow, a
both
lot of speed bumps here.
both you and the pair of dragons make it to the fortress, though you get there quite a ways, quite a time before everyone else. And looming in the distance in its massive stone glory is the fortress of the Worm Ascendant, a massive sprawling fortress half carved out of a mountain. You all should be able to see that now.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, that's
Massive
epic.
fortress carved in.
Bestie, you keep cutting off.
Thing.
Sorry. So you all see that massive sprawling fortress, half carved into the side of a mountain. Rent, as you approach the gates, you see two giant stone statues of dragons carved, sitting gloomingly right there. Top of the gate, top of the wall, there are a pair of ballistae and a strange cannon-like object, and numerous guards. Alcar, you and this peculiar halfling fellow are taking a bit of a break midday. You're out in the outer courtyard near the southern wall, and you see various other uh, knights and cavalrymen milling about in the outer courtyard, as well as some of the higher ups. You see the Drow archivist and the Panzer Bjorn chief medic doctor person
Yeah.
over in the corner seem to be discussing something or other. And
Yeah.
you faintly hear in the distance the sound of horse steps approaching rather fast. Rent, you've pulled up to this scene.
I'm gonna step back a little because it seems like something's approaching quick.
He's gonna keep going until like someone's like actively trying to stop him.
Okay.
Morthran just goes off about equine, such as, hey, did you know that the hooves on horses are actually more akin to toenails?
You don't say.
You should be able to move that token.
I'm
You should
sorry.
be.
Why did you start following me around again?
You seem lonely.
I'm not. I like to imagine that I'm like very clearly trying to take a sig break.
Mhm.
I just want my Nick, man.
It's like, gee, goodness, no, good
Okay, you should
Lord,
be able to
no,
move the warhorse and your token.
Where am I?
Bottom.
Bottom? Where at the bottom? Right here?
And I'll go ahead and reveal this so you can see. Even though you're not there yet.
Oh, I can see the map.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
That's right. You have,
yeah, it's probably because I have DM permissions currently.
yeah, well, you have special privileges. That's probably why.
That's a
Anyway,
lot of
Special
enemies.
eyes.
I'll turn that off once once
Yeah.
we're done with this session. I just have it on right now in case Brad needs help with anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
What for?
So
I see all this. I don't see anything going on over here.
you don't see anything on the
Yeah, I
other
don't
side of
see.
the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't see me.
Yeah.
Now you should be
Which,
down here, man.
out of game, I'm
I don't
assuming is
see me!
bad.
Right here.
Like there,
Nope.
right here.
Let me open the door.
Here.
Nope.
Curious. When those doors opened, the only thing I saw was just the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, did you put the
Curious.
doors on top of walls, Brad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you use the doors instead of walls.
Wait a second. Let me see. Oh, yep. So
And this is why Hannah has all the special permissions.
Oh, look at all the funny little griffins.
Like, I love the idea of like my
There.
character following yours around a little bit to see what your
There I
deal is.
am.
quickly deciding you're not worth his time, and then he just starts minding his own business, and then he turns around and noticed you started following him now.
And I cannot control my child.
One second.
You'll have to give
Look like
ownership
you-
to the ownership, Maddie, owner of the Warhorse token. All right, you should be able to move it now. You have to move
Sorry,
by the
that's the only way.
You have to move the Warhorse and not the Runt.
I'm trying!
They should be both. They should both be.
I keep on trying.
All right, just a sec.
Oh, wait a second. Try that now.
I thought I turned
Yay!
it off.
Okay.
The British are coming! The British are coming!
You get to there. You get to there. And both guards signal you to stop. Are you going to?
Yeah, he's just gonna Cura slide the Warhorse somehow. Right at the door.
The two guards.
He just like bumps into like the door, or like, yeah, really quick. It's like,
The statues seem to.
There you go. There's your horse slide.
We didn't catch what the statues are doing, Brad.
They activate as they then turn and glare at Laurent with their eyes glowing bright green. Yes, those are giant golems.
Nice.
wow, you guys are huge. I have
I'd
documents.
say that individual has a 2% chance of surviving this encounter.
One of the guards signals you to dismount. Approach. Keep your hands where we can see them.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
any funny business, Death Knight.
Okay, goodness. Excuse me, what'd you call me?
I'm getting flashbacks to you yelling for papers and identification. Just saying. What a first session.
That was quite a first session.
Yeah, he's just going to like just
Anyways,
drag himself off the horse. It's like, okay, what? I'm sorry, what'd you call me again?
Death Knight. Your robes on the outside of your
Oh,
armor.
yeah,
They indicate you remember.
It was no, wait, no, just let me. Oh my god. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, I kind of like booked it out here, so I didn't really have time to change, you know. So, yeah, so I have like stuff for the main man in there, or main person in there. So I mean, if I'm not here to do anything bad or wrong or anything, I promise you that. I swear, Scout's honor.
The two guards look at each other, and then back at you, slightly confused. Wait, you're defecting?
I mean, I can't really defecate, so, but like, yeah, sure.
Oh. They look at each other and like, this is so above our pay grade. They just open the gate and they just heard the other guards. We have a defector.
What?
From the Legion of Death.
Who hurt him?
What? Get the captain! Get someone! Get someone!
Hey, so can I come in now? So with the horse, can I? Am I able to?
The horse is taken off to the stables.
Alcar's gonna immediately take notes on the fact that they just opened the gate to someone who's clearly dressed in whatever order you just said.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, just take care of that horse. You don't give it so many carrots. Deserves the world. Deserves the world. And he's just gonna walk in.
You and Morthon, and both notice a strange individual. Both of you can make history checks, or society,
Let me see which one I'm better at.
to identify
I have both of those. But
the
history is better.
I'm better at society, so I'm gonna
Okay,
try for that and
let's
not roll a
see.
2, hopefully.
Okay.
You need to restart your like. Oh my god, you need to restart your
Only
whole
one
thing, man.
d20 plus
Just in case.
2.
12.
Excuse me a
Well,
sec. I'm gonna jump off and then jump back on.
see if it gives you
Just
something
because
other
I'm
than a 2.
superstitious. I'm superstitious like that.
Move
You're a
on.
D&D player. You're required to be superstitious.
I
Yeah.
need to sacrifice more shiny math rocks to the dice pool.
Yes.
You,
Your dice
and
collection is not big
as
enough.
as you recall through your pages of knowledge, remember a depiction of the matches, the robes that the individual that was just let through the gate wearing. It was attached to a description. Member of the Legion of Death, shock trooper of the tyrannical Great Worm, the tyrannical Black Great Worm, along with a generic statement of, typical actions said Death Legionnaires take. The long and short of it is, uh, you don't believe this to be a nice person in the slightest. They will slaughter just about anyone or anything that gets in their way. And even
It's
things that
okay.
aren't in their way. Just for the fun of it.
It's okay. I'm a book. But Alcar, you should be scared of that individual. That is apparently someone from a very nefarious legion.
And while he's walking by, he's just
Really
waving
now.
to everybody. It's like, oh hey, hi, how you doing? Yeah, you doing great. Cool, cool. Love your shoes. Yeah, nice. Never seen anything
Walking
like those.
through. On the roofs of all the buildings, you distinctly feel the eyes on you. Eyes of multiple knights in full armor on griffins, and off in the corners you see more heavily armored knights on horseback, and as well as a multitude of guards with various pole arms or great swords, long swords, a whole assortment of weapons. Off over in this corner, you notice a drow, which is peculiar because she's up and about in the sunlight and all that. Talking with a strange individual. You don't think you've ever seen that species before. It's a bear woman. She's rather big. They each have different colored
Yeah.
epaulets on their shoulders. The Ursine female.
As he's walking past them, he's just gonna finger gun them. It's like, hey, how you doing? And he's gonna keep going.
We can't hear you, Brad.
As you continue in deeper,
Yes.
you eventually do get stopped by a pair of cavalry as they order you to halt, and they gesture for the drow to approach.
Obviously, I'm
You,
watching this with interest.
you,
Me.
certainly
Yep.
strangely dressed. Tell me, where you from?
Don't know exactly where, but that was part of the Death Troopers. Death Army.
She's
Death.
basically like, like when your head jerks back, your eyes widen in shock, and like, that would explain the robes. I have to consult my archives, but I don't believe this ever happened before. One of you just surrendering like this.
I'm not really like surrendering or anything. I'm just here to drop off some stuff.
Important. We better go speak with the High Council. She then turns and it looks at you, Alcar. Alcar, you've been recently spending some time with the Chief Legal Counsel, a Bomok by the name of Andor Irdek, sort of acting as like a apprentice almost. It also allows you to get in and see a lot of the secret legal workings, proceedings behind the order.
Not for nefarious purposes, of course.
She tells you to go inform him of this latest development, and that she will meet you on Andor up at the council chambers. She has a defector to escort.
Remind me again, what's her role particularly?
She is the head archivist.
All right. Yeah, I'll just
Hello,
call her that.
archivist.
And just go.
Yeah.
I just go ahead and I just put my sig out. Got it, boss. And what direction would that be?
Generally, just into the fortress, just that way.
Got it.
And being a member here, you were not
and I am off the map.
free.
There is no wall. I'm going. I'm going where no one's gone before.
Morthon, what do
You
you
wouldn't
do?
believe what's over there.
Morthon, what do you do with this strange interaction you have seen?
Am I supposed to? What are my legal rights?
You are a member of the Order. You can move about most non-restricted areas without any escort or encumbrance.
Oh. How
There
did
are
I
certain
get this
areas
far?
that are restricted to you because you're a lowly squire, but with the exception of those areas, they let you go about as you please when you're not
Oh,
attending to other duties.
shoot. What would I do? I guess this funny Laurent fellow has documents with them. And as a document myself, I am interested.
You follow behind the party as they venture deep into the stone fortress in the mountain. A few hours later, equinox, solstice, you two arrive at the outer gates of the fortress. The dragon statues have returned to their normal position, and to what looks to be everyone's eye, they seem to just be statues.
Okay. I assume the gates are closed again. Kind of just pulling the cart up.
All right.
Brad, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
As you approach with typical like there's a seal on the cart and everything with order signet and everything. One of the guards will say ambitious, gives a hand gesture to approach.
I was gonna say, who hurt the other one?
Ambitious? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, because there's like one of the
Oh,
guards.
the ambitious guard. Okay. I didn't realize that
The
you were
other
doing
one's
like
hurt.
the adjective it had.
I thought that was his name.
Okay.
As you approach, the stone statues do not move.
I will say that to these people, because they've been around dragons, they can definitely tell that Equinox is not any species of dragon they've seen before, and Solstice is a hybrid.
The brief eyebrow raises, but then they shrug and ask you for the manifest and place of origin. You were provided a manifest.
Yeah, Solstice flies it up to them.
It's just these two are down on the ground level.
Oh, they are. Okay, Solstice hands it. Solstice will hand it off to him then.
Yes, please fly up to the gentlemen who are on ground level with you.
I thought they were up on the wall.
I know.
These ones back here are up on the
just
wall,
funny
but
to
these two are just on the ground in front of the gate.
For a second, I thought that like Solstice was like super tiny.
No. They're not big, but they're not tiny.
Yeah.
They're mostly tail and neck. Like in terms of body mass, they have like the body mass of like a big dog.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, Solstice will hand the manifest to the guard. If you are speaking, I cannot hear you.
Any incidents you need to report on your travel here?
Well, there were a couple bandits who tried to rob us, I think. They ran off as soon as I bared my fangs. And there was this, and I guess there was this one guy who was kind of rude who just kind of galloped past us at full speed.
Story.
Bat out of hell.
It was moving
I
really
think
quick.
he vaguely gestures. Tall, armored guy on a horse,
I think
black
so.
black garb.
Yeah.
Well, it could be coincidence, but a few hours ago, someone with that kind of description ran in here. They were defecting from the Death Legion. They had important documents.
Well, they almost ran us over.
Uh-huh. Oh, well.
I said sorry.
Gatekeeper, open the gates. Let him in. You are
This
free.
session starts off with some road rage. I love it.
You are free to go about your business here. One of the squires will take the cart to quartermaster and see to that everything is properly logged. Have a nice day.
We'll go inside. We'll leave off the cart with whoever we're supposed to leave off the cart
Yep.
with.
As you make your way in, this is a much bigger, larger fortress. This is like a proper bastion instead of a small outpost that's roughly halfway
I'll cart
between
back in just so I can see what's happening.
continental. Oh, that's right. I need to unhide so you all can see. You're not actually there, but that gives you
Yeah.
guys vision.
Yeah, no, I'm over here.
Oh,
In the world between worlds, apparently.
boop. And as you're milling about, you do notice on the rooftops, acting as what you assume to be guards, are several of those Griffin Knights. You're vaguely familiar with them. Your outpost had like one or two of them. You see enough for an entire regiment on the rooftops of various buildings, plus heavy cavalry and foot guards milling about. This is an actual military installation. Off in the corner, checking over a list of what you presume to be medical supplies, is a tall Panzerborn female in ordered rows with white epaulets and gold hangings down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the sound of wings flapping. Large wings. It's a very familiar sound, after all. You are a dragon. It's the sound of dragon wings.
I'm gonna say that like
Land.
the instant Equinox came in, like she's had her wings very close to her body low to the ground, glancing around very furtively. She is very nervous to be around this many people.
Landing out here in the outer courtyard is, compared to you, an absolutely gigantic, but a huge purple dragon.
Equinox
She
flinches and,
sets.
hides behind Solstice.
Initially, she doesn't see you. She turns towards the Panzerbjorn and it says, wish a good afternoon to the individual. Pick up the name. The name is Ursa. Ursa. And
Okay.
then she briefly looks around and like, oh, why hello there. We don't really see many of you. Us, rather. We don't see many of us around here. And my, what lovely coloring the both of you have. I know most of the purple dragons in this area. And you're not one I know. You must be new here. Well, tell me, where are you two from? She seems
I,
fairly friendly and outgoing despite her gargantuan stature.
yeah, Equinox
Yeah.
is like she's kind of stammering and unable to speak, and Solstice just
Yeah.
we're from an outpost to the I always get my compass mixed up. To the southeast of here a ways. We brought a cart full of stuff to bring to him.
How lovely. And you are quite the unusual one, my friend.
Who is she
Mixed blood and
speaking to?
all.
Oh, she's speaking
She's
to
speaking to
Solstice.
Solstice. Mixed blood and all. No matter. Dragons are dragons, and there's few enough in this. She leans over and whispers conspiratorially to you, and there's a few of us enough in this order as it is. Don't mind Sir Ixmir. He's just a stubborn old accountant. You'll recognize him when you see a big gold dragon.
I'll say
He won't
that
give you any.
when the dragon says that to Solstice, Equinox can probably hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
She like noticeably wilts even a little bit more.
Big gold dragon. Just don't try and steal any coin or anything like that. He'll come after you.
Uh,
But otherwise,
out of curiosity, can this dragon tell tell what Equinox is?
You already
she's
said.
going to briefly look at Equinox.
You cut
Now
out right as
you.
soon as you said Equinox's name.
She's going to briefly look at Equinox and be like, now you. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like you before. Tell me, what kind of dragon are you?
I'm. Uh, she just like noticeably like cowers a little bit more, and kind of like says like through a gap in her, like she's hiding under her own wings, and kind of through a gap in her wings, she just says, I'm, I'm, I'm not actually a dragon.
She blinks a couple times. She
Well, that's
gets
wrong.
a giant. Well, she lifts one of her hands to the side of her head, and, like flicks herself on the side of the skull, and then shakes her head, looks at you. No, I'm definitely still seeing the same thing. She turns around and calls out, "Ursa, am I seeing things, or is this is a dragon, right? Weird purplish color." The female looks up. Let me see. She walks over. Well, yeah, not one I've ever seen before. Must be a rare species. I would think you or Sir Ixmir would know. Definitely a dragon, though, at least dragon shaped. Tell me, young one, what is your name?
I'm Equinox. At least that's what some people
Equinox.
call me. I mean, I don't know. That's what some people call me, but it's not.
Well, you. What about close friends? Well, you are you are about the size of a wormling. Where are your parents? Both of you.
Solstice just looks sad. I never and says I never knew my parents, and Equinox would have been better off not knowing her parents.
Oh, how terribly sad. He then looks at the big purple dragon. Athena, don't you have places to be? I'm certain Jira's looking for you. You know how she gets when you run off like this. She then leans over to the two of you. Githyanki. They never sit. They never sit well when their dragons start running off places without them. Go on, shoo, you big one. Scaring them. Go on, shoot. You have places to be.
Yeah, please tell a dragon to shoo. That's funny to me.
The dragon reluctantly rolls her eyes, lets out a sigh, like, fine, if you insist. And then she walks off somewhere deeper into the fortress. Ursa then turns to the two of you. Well, you must be absolutely famished from your travel. Come with me. We'll take you somewhere, get some sustenance in you, and then perhaps you can tell me more. She seems to have a vaguely motherly attitude and disposition.
Okay.
As you all head
Yeah,
off into your
Equinox at first doesn't want to go. Like Solstice starts to follow, Equinox stays still and just kind of shakes her head when Solstice looks back at her, and Solstice has to like grab one of her front claws with one of his front claws and pull her for the first couple steps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious. Where's the rest of these morons?
This is the map I'm using for the fortress interior. Okay, so party will move up here. So Equinox and Solstice and Ursa go here. This is sort of a functional mess hall, while the rest of you are in here.
All right.
Alcar, you head to the archives, to the section where Andor is known to spend his time studying various materials and just prepping and doing stuff when he's not actually, having to mediate and do lawyer things.
Yeah.
What
Adventure information.
what do you do?
Scaled order. I just need to open this up once
Mhm.
again because I haven't. I've forgotten what some of these characters are.
Yeah. Andor Iridak, Chief Legal Counsel.
Yeah, and he's the. And what was he again? He was the
Chief Legal
Andor.
Counsel, Bomak.
A Bomak is a dog
There.
person.
Ah, okay.
Andor's in particular is more wolf than dog, but same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I walk up to the wolf boss. He just I walk up. Hey, who was it who told me to come up here again? It was
Archivist Selekir. Or
Selekir.
Templar, yeah, or Templar Selekir, or near
Yeah. Right.
Selekir.
Hey, Chief, just one. Templar Selekir told me tell you that someone from the I forgot the order, for crying out loud.
Legion of Death, Death Legion,
that
Legionarius
the
Mortem.
that the death that someone's claiming to be defecting from the Death Legion just came through the front gate.
Without even looking up from his papers, he lets out a small laugh. That's a good one, Alcar. You almost had me believing that for a second there. Now,
Yeah.
what really brings you here? My
Alcar doesn't say
studious
anything. He's just
person.
looking at him humorlessly.
Like, wait, you're serious? A Death Legionnaire here, defecting?
Kind of hard to mistake the cloak.
Yes. He briefly glances you over to make sure you don't have a head wound. No, no head injury.
Yeah, no, he's still like, yeah, he probably had to take off his hat indoors. I don't know how strict this order is on that sort of thing.
They are. I mean, it's just like, well, this is unprecedented to say the least. Unprecedented to say the least. Grab those files there. I'll grab these ones here. Oh, we must be off to council. Oh, he fetches a messenger that crosses by. You! Unless he's already been summoned, summon the warden to council chambers. He will need to sit in on this. Come, my studious friend. It would seem we have a date with history.
Apparently so. This should be interesting. I'm collecting those files he asked me to collect.
Yeah. He scrambles and grabs some others, throws them in a briefcase, and like, this is certainly not something I ever expected. Morthon, did you follow Alcar, or did you follow this strange new fellow?
Which one did I follow?
Like, That is a good question, especially because Alcar has already asked you. I'm sorry, since when are you following me around?
I guess we're following alcohol this entire time.
Okay.
All right.
You see him and the Beaumont scramble about gathering various documents and legalese stuff,
Documents!
books and files and things, and haphazardly put them in the briefcase and walk out the door
Yeah.
with great
While
haste.
while I'm collecting stuff, I would just say, I just I hold up my unlit, my half finished cig, and I just say, you don't mind if I finish this quick, do you?
He rolls his eyes and is like, not in the library. You know the rules. You know the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I meant on the way.
Oh. Well, suppose it can't be any worse than some of the dragons on chilly night. Oh,
Nothing
be
beats
glad you
that.
don't have my nose.
Oh, always am. And and Alcar does what he usually does when he needs to finish one quick. He just pops the whole thing in his mouth. He's just gonna burn it in there.
Lovely.
Just immediately incinerate it in his mouth.
Lovely.
Like that's what he does.
Mhm.
So it's just one puff.
Mhm. Laurent, you are escorted by multiple knights deeper and deeper through the fortress,
He's
past through
just
a
looking
maze
around
of
the fortress
stone
like
halls.
in awe. It's like, whoa, I've never seen anything like this before. This is so cool.
There's, pristinely carved walls and windows, red tapestries and banners.
What's
Gesundheit,
that?
whoever that was.
Me. It was Hannah.
Halfway council chamber, you are joined by an Asimar in full plate, which is unusual. Most of the order officers who aren't direct guards on duty have been in just generic like order robes. This one is in full armor kit. He nods to the drow and the guards. One of the guards stands at attention. Warden Havencrest, sir. We have a defector from the Death Legion. Says they brought papers, important documents.
Oh, yeah. Are you the person that I give them to? I don't really understand much of it, but I mean, am I the
I am
person to
not
give it
the
to, or am I just...
person handling your documents. No,
No.
I'm here to handle you. I have had the
What?
misfortune. I have had the misfortune of dealing with some of your
I know Maddie's brain went to the same place mine did.
former compatriots. They are currently enjoying my hospitality several floors
Yes.
beneath us in the
Sorry,
dungeon.
I'm sorry. I'm not interested in you.
You can't handle me.
I knew it.
I'm not interested. I'm good. Thank you though. I really appreciate it. I mean,
you,
hey,
you
went to the
see
Blue Moon. I mean,
you see one-eyed like partially start.
I love the fact that everyone's treating this so seriously, and I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop when there's like a big trial, and then everyone realizes that that what is it? That Laurent isn't a dangerous criminal. Laurent is an idiot.
he's an idiot, but he's a very dangerous idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I just love I just love that that's kind of where this is going.
Dude, I love Laurent.
Yeah.
He's the greatest.
All right. Anyways, please continue. Uh,
I mean, been there, done that, but I'm good. I am great.
yeah. Are you trying to talk, Brad?
Sorry. You are a danger that I'm going to really see. Doesn't cause any problems. start causing trouble, and I will put you right next to your 3 compatriots that are enjoying my hospitality down in the dungeons. They've been there for some time.
Well, I'm sure they love it down there, but I'm not interested in a harem. Okay, I'm just gonna
Not
put that out
interested in
there.
that kind of stuff.
Oh, you think you'll have company? Only company you will have will be the rats. One person cells that makes sure ilk like you stay contained. You'll
Wait. So are we
stay.
talking like rat people or actual rats? Because I mean, I feel like I've stepped on a couple of those and I feel kind of bad.
He proceeds to face palm. Full ASMR in this tall ASMR in full kit with a steel helmet and everything.
You know,
Face palms into his steel gauntlet.
I really like your armor. It's great. I feel like it's a little too much for this like predicament. If you know what I mean. I mean, like
He lets out
everyone
a
else is not really.
growl.
Okay.
As
I'm quiet.
then
I'm
looks
zipping up my
at
mouth, throwing away the key.
the
Okay, I'm
guard.
done.
He's like,
I'm done talking.
take him to the council chamber. I will see you there. He gets out through gritted teeth. See, look here, you best not write down any of those witticisms of his.
Quietly.
You think I'm
I
witty?
like to imagine that whoever that is, they just quietly start scribbling out something.
The drow just gives him an innocent smirk of, who? Me? I would never. I would never do such a thing.
I appreciate the compliment. So, like, where am I going again?
They
To
lead
the
you up
chamber?
the stairs. Meanwhile, Alcar, you and Andor reach the top. And you're near the council chambers, and you wait for everyone to get situated.
Get all the stuff set up the way it needs to get set up.
You see the Razor Wing, no, not Razor Wing, the Chainwright, Asimar, Warden in full kit brush past you very gruffly. He seems to be in an irritated mood. Perhaps one of the prisoners down in the dungeons is giving him grief.
Yeah,
Along with
yeah,
Mira.
I do. I readjust my coat and kind of flex the wing he brushed past a little. Just, huh. Looks like he's in a bad mood.
Andor turns to you. When isn't he? That's just how he is most of the time. At least from my experience. Bit uptight. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's uptight and then there's pissed off.
It's hard to tell with that one.
He does one of those like head tilt, like true enough, kind of head tilts.
Nira brushes past, but scribbling something down furiously on her notepad. She briefly nods and enters into the chamber.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Laurent, you are brought up the stairs, and the guards turn around and leave you deposited in the care of Andor. They nod, and then they return to their other postings. Beaumont flips between.
Just gotta look around. It's like,
three.
oh,
This is a nice place.
Yeah.
Nice place you guys got here.
Alcar's going to go ahead and point them out, even though it's fairly obvious. He's like, "That's them."
Really like what kind of place you have. This is real. I've never seen anything like it.
It is certainly a work of architecture.
Oh, that architecture. That's the word. Yes.
I'm told
Beautiful
you have
architecture.
documents.
Oh yeah. And he's going to like just pat his like pockets and stuff. He's like, where is it? Ah, found it. Yeah. And he's gonna brandish The document says,
I
like, are
will
you the
take
person I give them
those.
to? Or like, oh, yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
will take those.
hmm
He briefly looks through them. Well, this will be most useful. Most useful indeed.
I
We've
kind
got.
of
Take
what
notes.
do you want me to roll to see what I can can see what I can catch at a glance?
Make a perception check.
All right. Let's
Like we've got
see.
maps here, battle plans, unit rosters.
Yeah, I kind of grabbed what I could in last minute, so, I mean, I don't
13.
plan on going
At least it
back,
wasn't a
so.
2.
Top
That's true, yeah.
page seems to be a unit, like a list of rosters, a roster of different units mobilizing and strengths. And you briefly see glances at a couple like different parts of maps and so forth as he thumbs through the stack. Most interesting.
Yeah, just
Come now. We shall discuss this before the full council. He opens the door. He
You think I could get
gestures
a
you in.
tour, like, afterwards? Because,
We shall see. Will depend on whether or not your tour is of that of a jail cell or a barracks bunk. Enter in. Take the center podium. The
ooh,
others
center
will
stage,
no doubt have
okay.
questions.
Yeah, alright, yeah, cool. Yeah,
Take notes, Square. And oh, we seem to have picked up another one. What was your name again? Small one.
Ah, it is Morphin.
Ah, yes. Observe the proceedings.
Okay. You want me to like write anything down for you?
I do not think that will be necessary, for at least official standpoint. But learn from this.
he's
And
just gonna
he
look around, just in the
gestures
middle.
you in.
It kind of feels like I'm on
Okay.
trial.
consider it putting in
Am I on trial?
some hours.
Okay. Standing before you is the full council of the Scaled Order. You come to a podium in the center of the room. There are a couple windows in the sides, but for the most part, this room is inside deep of the center of the mountain. At the head, straight across from you, is a large, absolutely massive mammothine loxodon in full plate. To his right sits a leonin, vaguely resembling a tiger. And then going down are various other council members on the right side. Off to the right, sitting between the chairs, there is a bronze drake, very large, about as large as the dragons you passed on the road. And then on the other side of the other leonin, there is a small saber. Well, for a saber-tooth, small, but definitely by no means small. Saber-toothed tiger sitting over here, just sitting on the floor like the overly large cat he is. Off to the other side is a bronze dragonborn in wizardly robes, his what you presume to be his staff resting against the back of his chair, sitting on top, right above his shoulder on the chair is what you presume to be a familiar, his owl. You see various other members of the council, a warforged tabaxi dwarf, a pair of Kenra, and then there is the Asimar warden that sits behind you. As you all enter and take your places, the Loxodon at the head of the table bangs a gavel on the table, calling the meeting to order. Order, order, in his thick Russian accent. We have called this emergency meeting to discuss the defection of a member of the Death Legion and some important documents. Templar Seliki, I understand you will be taking notes. The drow nods, and then the Asimar speaks up. Also present amongst the council is the Warden of the Order, and then Andor speaks up, and Chief Counsel. Very well. You, Knight, who would defect from Death Legion to us. Tell us what you have brought, and why we should grant you safe asylum instead of throwing you in the dungeon as a war criminal?
I mean, it says right there on the papers. There's a they're going to like go to a place and bop bop bop, and it's conquer and all. So yeah, it says all those on the paper. If you could just yeah,
They
you
pass
got the
around
papers.
some papers, and there's general murmurings and discussions. Hmm. Some various sounds of shock and surprise. The Warforged speaks up. Query.
Yeah.
So you have brought us these papers, but what do you wish of yourself?
Yeah.
Why have you come here before us, aside from dropping off papers?
Oh well, just I guess too. I don't know, like redeem myself. I don't know. I did some pretty bad stuff, and I feel really bad for it. I mean, I didn't feel bad for it like back then because I didn't really have the sentience of it. But then like one day I was just like pounding somebody, and I was like, oh man, this is bad. This is not good. I feel bad. Like there's like I don't I don't really have a stomach or anything, but I felt it in my stomach. Where it's like queasy. Like I just that feeling of like if you're pounding if you're beating the crap out of like a villager, like a kid or something. If you're beating the crap out of a kid, he's like, why am I beating the crap out of a kid? I feel bad for beating the crap out of this kid. Yeah, so yeah, this is just all recently, so I mean, yeah. I mean, not recently, not like last night or anything. It took me like a while to get here. So,
The turtle were here. Well, we'll speak up. Ah, you seek a chance to prove yourself better than your past crimes. A worthy goal. My friends, perhaps with this twist of fate, we have found an individual that will help us with our problem. There are various murmurings and arguments and a shouting match that can be overheard. Down at the mess hall, Equinox and Solstice, what are your two's passive perceptions?
Let me check. Equinox 15, solstice 13.
As you all are beginning to enjoy an afternoon meal, the murmurings in the mess hall pick up, both in volume and just in quantity. You make out that some of them who recently walked in heard shouting coming from the council chambers, from that corridor and down the staircase. They seem to be in a great argument about, well, something.
Yeah.
That they haven't heard such loud talking quite some time in the council chambers. As after the shouting dies down, with Voldra repeatedly banging his gavel on the table, order, order, we need order in these chambers. My friends
I
should
kind
know
of
that.
want him.
Compose
I
yourselves.
low key want him to roll a strength check to see if he doesn't just shatter the gavel all over the place.
I feel like it would be designed to, like, it's designed for him to use, so it'd be very sturdy.
Yeah.
Alcar, go ahead, make a perception check.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, I'm slowly increasing. 15.
You do notice right underneath the portion of the desk where the disc for his gavel to stand pound on. There's a steel bar that runs from the top of the desk all the way to the floor. And the surface of his gavel, there's like a small steel plate that he's pounding it. It's making a very loud sound to get over the din. Order, my friends! My
Yeah.
friends! We are counselors of this order. We're expected to meet a certain level of decorum. not devolve into frivolous shouting matches. We will discuss this in a more civilized manner. You
I mean, if you guys want to throw me into the
leave.
dungeon,
Let's just leave the legionnaire robes with the legal council and get yourself some food. Spend the afternoon in the courtyard. We will summon you when we have come to a verdict.
no one's offered me food before.
Counselors, my friends, we will take 5 minutes for all of you to cool your heads a bit on this. Yes, even you, my friend, as he gestures, looks at the Leonin that's been glaring daggers at you the entire time. When you entered the room, you didn't notice it at first, but there's a distinct shiver that ran up your spine.
Yeah.
If you wish to try and identify, in fact, all three of you that are in here notice the same shiver.
What's the
You can make
identification?
religion checks to try and identify what it is.
Ah, shit.
Religion.
That's one of my not good ones.
I'm proficient. Not really.
Ah, 23.
Marathon. You recognize this as the aura of conquest on a conquest paladin. You're not frightened per se, but it definitely gives you pause and sort of that nervous shiver that runs up your spine.
Yes, my book
Imagine
is
if, imagine if he and Equinox were to meet.
That is just that's just gonna be a mess someone has to clean up. Just instantly.
The Loxodon looks at and even you, my friend. Your temper can get the better of you lots of the time. He starts to say something. No, I have made my decision. We will all take 5 minutes. Recess. Calm you down a bit and let cooler heads prevail.
So,
You'll,
so you want me to
he,
return
he then turns
after?
to you, the
Oh,
rent. You will be summoned when we wish to speak to you again.
got you. Check. Yep. Got it.
Andor's compatriots will escort you down to the keep, down to the courtyard between the keep and the outer walls.
Real quick,
Don't leave the fortress.
real quick, the mess hall we were in, does it have
Mhm.
like open rafters?
Yes.
I'm gonna say that when people started flooding in, Equinox scrambled up to the rafters and is eating up there now.
Still looks at you with much puzzlement.
Yeah.
You will be summoned when we need you again. Now, be gone.
Sweet. Yeah.
Brent,
Yeah. Cool.
Alcar
Yeah.
and Morthon, you leave the chambers.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, how
Thank
many?
you.
First of all, how long have I been here, and how many of these meetings have I sat in on?
This is only the second time you've ever sat in on a council meeting with the full high council. You've been to a couple other smaller ones that had maybe one high council and a few other lower ranking councils about
Okay.
various things. But this is only the second time you've been before the full Grand Council, and it's an
Yeah.
intimidating presence with
Yeah.
a number of
So it
clerics
was
and
kind of a
paladins.
thing to. So it was. So my immediate assumption was correct that it was that they did pull out all the stops for this one.
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah. I was just debate. I just wanted that information for my own roleplay purposes. Thanks.
Yeah. So the three of you are dismissed out to the hallway.
I'm gonna regard my boss. Well, that got exciting.
Indeed.
Is it not
Go.
usually like that?
I will deal with this mess. Earn
I
yourself
don't think so.
an afternoon.
They sure put a lot of stuff on there this time. This is the first time that you're interacting with Morthad.
Yeah. No, yeah. You're like, yeah. Yeah. And it's probably like the first council meeting you've ever been in. Which does make me wonder what the hell was the first one Alcar was in? But oh well, that's something we can deal with later.
Yes.
He was probably you were just like following around Andor, and he was like, "Okay, I'm going here, and you're following me, so I guess
Yeah.
you're coming along."
Yeah. He was doing his squire duties that he was apparently doing for this guy.
I mean, hey, what better way than to get in with the lawyer guy instead of one of
No,
the other.
exactly. No, it's perfect. Be the detective to collect information on the lawyer.
Okay, you make your way out of the fortress. Well, the keep, anyways, not out of the fortress per se.
Yeah.
Before you lies the mess hall and a myriad of other buildings. Where are you three
Well,
going to go?
what time of day is it?
About late afternoon.
Have we had lunch?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just gonna
Have we
say,
had breakfast?
Yes.
yeah. Well, since it's late afternoon, Alcar's just, well, I don't know about you. I'm starving. And it, and oh, I forget his official title already. Uh,
Which one?
I'll pull it up. I already have it. And the Grand Templar said to go get some. Suggested we get some grub. Suggested getting
Oh,
some grub.
What is
What,
this grub?
what do you say?
I
By
think
the
I'm
way,
down for that.
who's all with me? Is it just me
Marthon
and?
and Laurent.
Okay,
Yes.
it's just those two, and I'm the so more or less I'm the one keeping an eye on this guy as far as Alcar has to be concerned.
Yep.
Cool. Well, like I said, Big Boss suggested that we get him something to eat. So yeah, we're gonna do that because Alcar's not trying to draw any attention to himself, so he's not gonna do anything insane like go directly against what the Big Boss says.
Big Loxodon with silver eyes and a hammer emanating frosty mist perpetually and
Yeah,
angelic wings
exactly.
says.
Exactly. The Big Boss.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's gonna lead him over to the
To the
he's
mess
gonna
hall?
lead him over to the thing, and he's like, and then he's just gonna look at the weird thing that's been following him all day. If you're gonna follow me, you might as well just help. Help me keep an eye on this one.
Ah, an eye. Yes, I shall do that. You see that, like, what you think are Morthan's eyes aren't actually on it, but the book is aimed that direction.
Yeah. He's just gonna kind of shake his head, thinking to himself, "Do they just let anyone join these days?" Considering I like to imagine that Alcar had to really work his ass off to get where he is. And so, especially because, he's also trying to do this under more or less false pretenses. He's like, "No, I'm a detective. I'm not anything else." But anyways, so yeah, head over to the mess to get the night, whatever they are, something to eat, because again, Big Boss said so.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
Laurent's
can't
just
have a
gonna look
dead prisoner.
around. And just like, wow, this is like really kept clean and everything. This is really nice.
Oh yeah, a fortress owned by a black dragon would be filthy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think he would just like
If something dies in the place, the better.
exactly. Yeah, just yeah, and he was just treated like a
Yeah.
murder sentry. That's pretty much it. So
Well,
Yeah.
like you're used to just like, oh look, this is a massacred battlefield. But I guess right here's a good enough campsite and setting up tents. Push the
This
body out of
pile
the
of
way. There's
bodies.
a big old
yep,
This pile of
exactly.
stage
bodies
Yeah.
anyway.
This pile
When
of
he
bodies
didn't have
seems more
sentience,
stable.
and now he does. So he's like, wow, this is actually nicer than what I'm used to.
This is like 5-star hotel compared to your previous furnishings. This
Oh,
is a proper
absolutely.
structure. This is a proper structure with floor and a ceiling, table.
Exactly, yes! He's like, this is
Yeah.
luxurious. But yeah,
Yeah,
he goes
so-
into the mess hall with everybody.
Yeah.
Let's make small talk. So,
Yeah,
what's
so-
it like being a warrior of doom?
There is
Do
a
you
there is a
Warrior
like a
Doom?
cool hat?
there is
What,
a
you mean my
silver
helmet?
Yeah.
That's
Did he give
not
you like
me.
another one?
What are you talking about? Like, this is the only helmet that I have.
Oh,
Are you talking about my head? I have a head.
you have a
The
hat.
head's just underneath the helmet. Are you talking about that, or what are you? Or are you
Oh,
talking about like extra helmets?
yeah.
Extra
That's
helmets?
what I'm
No,
talking about.
no,
Ah,
no. I haven't really taken this guy off in a hot minute.
ah. So do you like keep all the extra helmets from like those you kill, or does
No,
someone else take
I
those
kind of
from
just.
you?
I think someone else takes them. Yeah, I just kind of leave the bodies there.
Ah, all right then.
So get into the mess.
there's a silvery white dragon eating at one of the tables, and above him above that table in the rafters there is a purpley black dragon also eating.
What the? Like,
Okay, so when we grab the food, or do we just like grab it, or do we like get like a?
Yeah, what kind of line are we looking at here?
yeah, I'm gonna.
Is it busy today?
Out of real question, how new is Spencer's character?
Okay, to everything outside of a library, like
Well,
it's been
no.
about.
I meant like how new is he to the order?
I feel like it came in the same time you did, because I followed you over from another place.
That's funny. But anyways, yeah, Alcar's gonna get him set up, but I'm also debating whether or not I should roll an insight to see if he can get a read on Laurent or yeah, Laurent.
Oh, Laurent, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm debating whether or not I should. But I've
Yeah,
also been
Laurent's.
rolling like turds, but whatever.
Yeah, Laurent's gonna grab his food. Sit down.
You are handed a tray and you are given a choice between
24 insight on Laurent.
what,
He looks
remind me,
like a
what,
kid in a candy store.
yeah. Laurent, you are given the choice between pot roast and fried fish.
Ooh, never had either of them. Give me both.
The cook server briefly raises an eyebrow and then just shrugs and hands you some of each, and you get loaded up with some sides and a dinner roll. And Alcar is standing right behind you. Alcar, do you go with the pot roast or the fried fish?
Fish.
You go with the fish.
Alcar's thinking he hadn't had fish in a bit.
Okay, you go with the fish. You notice sitting with the white dragon is Chief Medical Officer Ursa.
Yeah.
I'll say that Solstice is eating raw fish, and Equinox is nibbling on a little piece of bread.
Yeah. He's just like, huh.
You briefly tried to avoid the Panzerbjorn's gaze, look down, but you were too slow. She's already spotted you, and then gestures for you to approach you and your newfound compatriots. You know her to be particularly very mama bear-ish when it comes to all of her charges.
Yeah. He's just like, he just mutters. He just mutters to himself, shit. All right. All right. Over here.
Morthon, what your two's reaction to Alcar's
Yeah.
sudden?
Hmm.
Yeah.
concerned at being summoned by the bear woman.
Yeah.
Laurent's gonna
Oh.
look over at Elcar and then over at
All right, this way.
at her. And he's like, "Oh, is she inviting? Is she inviting us?" And he's going to
Yeah.
go over.
Alcar's watching Laurent still with that 24 insight, just like uh,
He does have his helmet on, so you can't
ah.
really get a good, a perfect read on him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like,
You come to the
I,
immediate conclusion. He's in over his head. You resigned yourself that Laurent is doomed.
yeah, no, he's immediately thought to himself, this guy's an idiot. Like possibly a dangerous idiot, but an idiot nonetheless. That might be useful, but that also might be a problem.
It's a little scary. It's
Yeah.
unpredictable of what he's going to do.
Yeah. So he's just like, uh-huh. And so he's just gonna go over to the table. Uh, Afternoon, Ursa.
Elcar, you seem to be doing well. You running about earlier. The Kirk following Andor. I am to assume he's the reason why he wants to beg you.
Wow,
You're
you
good.
digitized so hard on my end.
Yeah, mine too.
So,
Mind trying that again?
Elcar, how have you been doing? I saw you running around earlier. Like a house was on fire with Andor. I assume he's the reason why? As she points at Laurent.
Yes, yes, ma'am. He's got himself a. Yes, ma'am. Looks like we're getting ourselves into some kind of trouble today. May They're going to be council meetings taking 5. I'm supposed to keep an eye on them for the time until they call us back, so they can reach a decision.
Ah, it is rather late in the afternoon to be having lunch. Sure, Andor didn't keep you too late now, did he? You
And
recognize tone. Is that almost accusatorily now you tell me the truth
I
so
can't
help me.
remember what you said earlier. Did we actually eat lunch or no?
No, you did not.
This is our
We did
lunch.
not eat lunch.
All right, yeah. He just goes. It's like, well, when you're making, well, sacrifices got to be made sometimes when history's possibly getting made. I'm not about to.
Ah. She briefly glances back up into the rafters at Equinox.
Yeah,
Shakes her head.
yeah. He's just. So, who are these two?
She
He's kind of.
gestures at
Yeah.
Solstice and makes a
I
hand
want to
motion
say.
to introduce
I,
herself.
also, I want to say she hasn't actually heard Solstice's name yet,
Yeah.
because only
That
Equinox
is
said
an
her name.
that is an excellent question. So why don't you enlighten us, our colorful friend?
I'm Solstice. He kind of like waves one of his foreclaws. The dragon eating in the rafters is Equinox. She's nervous.
Yes, it does give me that impression.
Do they?
I suggest you avoid.
And I have to ask, does Solstice and Equinox have like stuff on them that clearly signifies they're part of the order?
Probably not.
They probably have they might have like a sash or something.
Yeah, like a
Probably
little
not.
Otherwise,
sash.
Equinox
no.
Equinox is wearing a scarf, but it's just like a plain black scarf. It's not.
A generic scarf.
Okay. So what are they part of the order or something?
Yes, travelers from another outpost.
Alcar in his head once again reassure while looking at Equinox, who's absolutely cowering upstairs, just goes, "Wow, they really let anybody join these days, don't they?"
Does he say it loud enough for Equinox to
No,
hear?
no, no. Like I said, no, I said he thinks it in his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
So
just
that
like,
looks up at the rafters. You better eat all of that.
yeah,
It would be a shame if I had to, like, anesthetize you and put an IV in your arm.
it's not,
It's
she's not
Equinox
dragon
seems
bluffing.
to
cells.
Equinox
It's
seems to
just,
like inch a little bit away from Ursa.
yeah. Alcar
I'm
is
gonna I'm
looking
gonna
and
say
just
that
says,
because
she's not
I'm gonna say this outright,
she's not
Brad.
bluffing.
I'm gonna say this outright to you, Brad. Equinox really does not trust Ursa
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Figured as
because
much.
she is acting motherly.
yeah,
Because Equinox is, has a
Yeah,
whole boatload of unresolved childhood trauma.
yeah.
yeah.
He's just, yeah,
She's just like,
yeah. He's just gonna,
young
yeah.
ones these days.
He's gonna lean towards the other one, the one who's closer, and he just says, "Yeah, she's not bluffing." It's
You and Morthon have seen her drag
yeah,
full like counselors into medical for even relatively minor things. You know
yeah,
she will
yeah,
have no qualms
yeah.
with.
I like to imagine he watched her pull in the big boss because he had a splinter. He's like, "It's fine. I just need a set of tweezers. We need to check that it's not infected."
Um, I will say that Equinox and Solstice probably did eat at some point during their like traveling, and dragons don't need to eat very often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They only need to eat like once or twice, like once every week or so.
yeah, which is also just typical of reptiles in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laurent's gonna take off his helmet,
Huh.
set it off like right next to his plate, and underneath the helmet, you see just this pale man, with just messy white hair, bright blue eyes. They don't look human-like. Well, like they're human-ish eyes, but they're not like the usual blue. They're like a little bit more vibrant. But he's just gonna like mess up his hair a bit, just slick it back
Um,
again, and he's going to just stare down at his food.
as
I've never.
Solstice, I would like
Hey,
to make a perception
Heath, have you
check
ever
on Laurent's scent.
yeah, right.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, Laurent's gonna look at the food. He's like, I've never had food before. Is there like a technique?
I want to point out
Morthan looks over. It's like,
Sweaty.
and all you can see is like, what is it? Is that one of the gloves is off, and something strange is coming out of the sleeve as it takes like the bread roll and brings it back into the robe. It's like, oh yeah, food is pretty easy to eat, I think.
me,
Just
It
glancing
is.
back and forth between the two of you.
me. I
Yeah.
I want to point out Alcar's like mid bite. He's just like, what?
What?
Ursa,
I,
you and Ursa share a glance, and then she looks back at Laurent. You look at either Laurent or Morthon, whichever one you do, and then look
yeah.
back at each other, and it's just like, it's just, Ursa then looks at you, he's like, I didn't dream this whole thing up, right? They did say that,
I
right?
what that what say that they've never had food?
Yeah.
No, I heard that too.
Because we're either both hallucinating the same hallucination, or they
Unlikely.
really did say that. There must be
Oh,
some
Most
sort
likely.
of new piece of artifice. You are
I kind of
awfully
love
pale.
I
he's
kind of
going
love
to.
her muttering to herself while he just deadpans responses the whole time.
Laurent's gonna like sit up straight a bit and just look around the crowd just to see how everyone else is eating.
She looks at you, like, you are awfully pale. Have you
Yeah,
contracted vampirism or something of the like?
Vampirism?
have you ever?
What?
It look like they've. The way I sees it, they don't. They look like they've never had the sun touch their skin before.
Yes.
Is that a
I've
bad
always
thing?
kept my helmet on. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
skin,
yeah.
the
Depends
skin is
on.
well, I would say
Friggin',
unhealthy.
he just. You say is that a bad thing? And his immediate response is depends on who you ask. As he takes a drink.
So I see some people using mini weapons to pick up their food, and some of them are using it. What would you guys recommend I use?
I don't know what that's about either. I guess if it's like
I am
a
not
soup,
qualified.
I would suggest using those weird little shovel things.
It's just.
Interesting. Okay.
I
In
want to point
response,
out this whole
Solstice.
time Alcar's been eating, and he's just kind of looking at you like you're insane.
In response to Laurent's question, Solstice just pops like an entire carp in his mouth and starts chewing. Just like
Yeah,
you can hear the bones crunching.
yeah. It's just like
Laurent's too familiar with that sound.
yeah, and and he's gonna look at he's gonna look at that, look at the other two, look at the fact that the person who's been following him for a bit is just all kinds of weird at the moment, and he's just gonna be like, and just like, is it the weekend yet? Because I'm gonna need something. Because I feel like I'm gonna need something stiff after today. Ugh.
Laurent's gonna look at Solstice, I think, and
Mhm.
he is just going to look down at his baked fish, pick it up with his hands, and just try and shove it all in his mouth.
I
Oh,
wouldn't do that.
this is gonna be good.
I probably
Just make
made a
sure
bad
to spit out the
example.
bones.
How is
Dragons.
Ursa react? How is Ursa reacting?
Dragons have bigger mouths than humans. You probably shouldn't try and eat a whole fish at once.
I'm not
Uh,
human.
Brad, are
I
you
should have
able to
said, look,
talk,
I'm
or are
not
you
human.
having
Nope,
troubles again?
I'm probably having troubles again. Just
Okay.
like, look, you can't. You're doing it. You do. Wow,
I
are you
want to
choking?
I want to point out, like, again, he just goes, "Oh, this ought to be good."
It's like, dude, you're gonna choke if you keep. No, stop. You're gonna choke. You're gonna choke. Kill yourself. Stop.
He's just gonna he is gonna choke up a bit, and he's just gonna like cough it out. It's like
That. He gets up like the like slaps you on the back. Hardy,
okay.
actually, make an athletics check.
Would that
Well,
not be an
I
endurance
told you,
check?
Alcar told y'all it was gonna be
Well,
good.
hey, you are unable to keep yourself upright from the force of the blow on your back, and you end up face planting straight into the table. Oh, he's like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Are you
He's
alright?
gonna just like
Alcar
sit up again. It's like
Alcar is trying not to make it obvious he found that funny.
Equinox
he's just gonna
starts slowly inching further away from Ursa.
Oh, terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. I told you were going to choke. What'd you do? You started choking.
no
Where
one
would you
told
be
me how.
without me?
No one told me how to eat this, and I was just looking at the nice dragon right there, and I was like, hey, I could do that, and so I did. I should point out that I am not human.
She puts both hands on her hips and just sighs. Oh, that much was obvious.
Really?
There was?
Clearly, there's something wrong with you.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff wrong
There's
with
just
me.
something
Come
about
on. Come on, we best make sure you didn't damage anything. You
they made it sounded
giant
like
piece of fish.
they made it sound like they suddenly grew a conscience in the battlefield. I don't know if that means anything.
Oh no, I actually did. Yeah.
Some sort of synthetic construct. How interesting. Anyways, we best take you to medical. Make sure you didn't damage anything when you choking
No,
on
I
that
feel
piece of fish.
fine.
No, no, no. I insist.
No, 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 no.
No.
You're really kind.
I
You're really
insist.
kind and everything. But I feel fine. I kind of like it right here.
But where they go, I
No.
have to go. Can I finish my fish first?
Yeah, let the man finish his food.
Oh, I guess. I guess. But eat fast and don't choke.
Never.
Choke.
That's what fire's for.
You briefly hear her mutter something under her breath, something along the lines of dragons and incinerating.
Yeah.
Something gets in the way. Oh,
Yeah.
Dragon Balls. Dragon.
He's just gonna. Yeah, he's gonna finish it up, and then he's gonna be like, "All right, let's go. All right, let's go. There's no arguing with her when she gets like this. Come on,
But I feel fine. I don't really need to go anywhere.
trust me."
Now you can come willingly, or I can pick you up and carry you.
I would
Your
prefer you
choice.
don't do that.
That's what I figured as much.
Trust me.
Come along, come along.
And he is
Actually,
going to stand up.
Steps out.
It's like, trust me.
But before he leaves, he's going to look up in the rafters because he heard something in the rafters. He's going to see Equinox, and he's just going to smile and wave at her.
He's like,
She doesn't respond. She doesn't seem to respond. She almost seems like she's kind of terrified right now.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
actually.
he's going to pick up his helmet and then.
In fact, Laurent, give me a perception check.
Receive these nuts. Oh shit, I'm so bad at perception checks.
Equinox
14.
is on the verge of tears. And I expect that anyone else who saw that would be like, "What?" Because dragons don't cry.
yeah.
Ursa briefly turns to Solstice. Keep an eye on your friend there, and she seems a bit skittish. If I were you, I would avoid the main keep, especially any of the paladins, Leon, and especially one orange and black striped. He is a very scary fellow.
He's absolutely petrifying. Can't miss him.
Solstice will nod and then scramble also up into the rafters, and as you leave, you see him drape a wing over Equinox, who leans into him and starts like actually crying.
Yeah.
Ursa nods like, definitely going to have to ask Athena about that. Everyone knows Sirixmir. He's too old and stubborn. He didn't know anything. Athena might.
I don't know. Athene can be a bit. She said Athene, right?
Yeah, Athena, the purple dragon, and not the
Yeah.
gold dragon treasurer.
Yeah. Okay. He just says, "Oh no, she can be kind of intense sometimes."
Purple guy.
Aren't all dragons intense though? I mean, they're dragons.
Eh.
Did those two dragons seem intense?
Yeah. He's like, eh.
Come on, let's go make sure this one didn't damage your throat or something like that, choking on that piece of fish.
But I'm fine.
She dragged you to the medical wing as with her heeled boots clacking along the flagstones. Solstice and Equinox, you're able to actually like
He's
using
following
sound,
along, munching on his roll.
like Not not track like left or right or anything, but just like distance of them leaving away is the sound of their boots hitting the flagstones.
Did you know
Once
that the main cause of death above 40 is by accidents?
once they leave and are like out of earshot,
Allegedly.
Equinox and Solstice leave the mess hall and go up onto the roof of the building that the mess hall is in, just to kind of, because I expect there's probably no one up there.
There probably is. Did you not notice that every single roof seemed to, on the other map, seemed to have a guy riding a griffin on it?
Near the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in the interior. There aren't any
Yeah.
on this roof.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like literally everywhere.
That's near the main gates.
Okay.
You did say enough for a what's it called? Company,
Regiment.
a
Yeah.
regiment.
I
That's a
know.
lot of griffins and not enough roof space.
Well, not
Yeah.
all at that gate. There are several down at that gate, and several at the other gate, and several at the another gate, and they're all over.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught me saying that though. After Spencer said the thing about accidents, Alcar just immediately said allegedly.
Allegedly.
Ursula takes you to the medical wing, where she proceeds to make sure Laurent did not injure himself choking. She like open wide. She gets up the flashlight and everything. No,
He's gonna open his mouth. Yep.
everything
Yeah.
seems fine. Don't do that. Hurt
I'm
yourself.
assuming instead of flashlight you mean like a wand that she
Oh,
casts light on.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
A torch, as the British would call it.
Yeah. Nah, she's gonna shove a torch down your throat to see what it looks like. Nah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Inside started smoking.
Yeah. She's like, I need to make sure you didn't I needed to make sure you didn't hurt nothing. Proceeds to shove a flaming bit of wood down your throat. uh
Once you determine you're fine. There. See, that wasn't so difficult, now was it?
No,
I need
not
to
at
add these to
all.
my records anyways. She turns to begin adding stuff to records and compiling notes. Alcar, you happen to know from previous experience, this is the best time to make your escape.
Yeah.
the
Laurent's
same
just gonna look
time,
around
Al-
in awe.
at the same time, Alcar is not sure. At the same time, Alcar is also not sure where to exactly wait with this security risk. As far because until a decision is made, technically Laurent counts as a security risk.
A possible prisoner of war.
Ah,
For war
yes.
crimes, no less.
Oh, absolutely.
All the war crimes.
but don't we have to give Laurent the tour? What is it?
Tour,
More than
yeah.
we'll say to and then we'll say to Alcar kind of quietly.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Was that actually a directive we were given?
Yep. To give her a tour or him a tour? No.
No, he just wants a tour. He requested one.
Asked about that, and Andor's response was, "Well, that depends on whether or not it's going to be a tour of the barracks or a tour of the jail cells."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's like, no, nobody said nothing about, said nothing about giving them no tours.
Morthain will nudge you as trying to get out of the situation.
Yeah. Like, why don't you grab them? Why don't you grab them? We'll find somewhere else to loiter.
All right.
You exit the building. You come out. Equinox and Solstice. You notice the three individuals, the dragonborn, the weird halfling-like person, and the almost human, exit the building without Panzerbjorn. They seem to be looking
Yeah.
around, trying to do or find. Well, you're not sure.
Yeah. He
Perhaps they're
puts
just bored.
he puts his hat back on. He's just like, it's just, I don't think I'm paid enough for this.
Dragons are just watching. You can see the dragons just
Yeah.
like you can tell that they're trying to not, to be a little bit stealthy, but you can see them plain as day just watching you from the roof.
Yeah, Laurent's gonna put his helmet back on, see that the
Yeah.
dragons are watching, and he's just gonna wave at them again.
No response.
Huh.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just he's he regards them for a little bit, decides this whatever's going on with that weird situation, because I imagine with Alkar's background, that's not revealed at the moment, but I imagine with Alkar's actual background, he's somewhat familiar with dragons and knows that something's off about both of them.
Hmm.
And so he's just like,
He definitely can't put his finger on it, but something's
yeah,
definitely off about both of them. One of them looks kind of like a purple dragon, but clearly isn't a purple dragon.
yeah, he knows purple dragons.
Mhm,
that is not.
Yeah.
mhm.
So where are we going to
So he's just
next? Are we
like, so
doing
he's
a...
immediately like, so he's thinking like, whatever's going on with them is weird, but I only have so much room on my plate for weird at the moment, and it's currently filled with tall, dark, and idiotic. So he's
Anything for you, baby.
yeah. Oh, and complete with a side, and it already had and his day already started with a side of, started with a side of weird gnome. So he's so he's so he decides he'll deal with whatever that is later. And he's gonna find somewhere a little more defended to just sort of sit near, just in case whatever the new blood is becomes a problem, because Alkar is very much, because I imagine Alkar, hearing some of this stuff, has gotten the idea in his head that he doesn't think he could win against them in a fight. So he's making sure that if things go to hell, uh, he can at least make it out of the situation. So
Let's
yeah,
see. It looks like so. Let's see. Morthan's book opens and what is it? And reveals kind of like the little map of the area that they're in.
yeah.
That's something I can do. It's like it looks like that there's a animal yard right there. No relation to the book, also named Animal Farm. Um,
Communism.
Mm.
yes, funny pigs.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But yes, the animal yard is right there.
yeah.
Did you know that the name of the species is not cow, but it's actually bovine? A cow simply refers to a female cow who has given birth, well, female bovine.
Yeah.
Is Alcar just like the
Uh,
grumpy dad of this party?
well, like at the moment, at least.
Mhm.
But I want to point out, Alcar actually kind of stops and noticed that they seemed interested in whatever bullcrap the gnome thing is talking about. He gets an almost sinister crocodilian smile on his face. He's just like, yeah, that is interesting. Why don't you Why don't you tell us some more?
Well, you
Because
see,
because
and the other names of the members of this of that particular group is that a bull is specifically referring to a male cow that has goes through the entire process, like all the different names of bovines. It's like what the difference between a cow and a heifer is,
yeah
and a
yeah
steer and a bull.
yeah.
The
Because
Raw
while
is just
Alcar is
so
while Alcar
interested.
is yeah while Alcar is does not at all care about what this is, he does care that this seems to distract the hell out of the night.
Because this is the first time he's learning about anything. And so
Yeah.
he's like, oh my gosh, I should know this. I don't even know what a cow looks like. Just tell me
You come to
more.
some
You
lovely
go to the
benches
animal farm
to sit
and I
on.
just point towards a cow.
Solstice and Equinox, they're like beneath you on the like on a bench on the other side of the road, so you're able to like peer over and then listen in and observe these strange individuals.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's letting them do that while
Solstice is doing that, and Equinox is just kind of sitting there fidgeting with her bell.
Hmm.
So it's a cow, but it's also a bovine.
Yes.
Okay.
They are given two different names as more of a strange kind of colloquialism. That
That
way, when
is
you
very
go and
strange.
buy a bovine from, like, let's say, an establishment of sorts, you don't get mixed up between the two because farmers really care about this kind of thing.
while they're talking, Alcar's writing down some of the more interesting things that happened during the meeting.
Oh, so yeah, I recognize the word farmers. I've killed some of them in my time.
When you finally get a description of what a bovine is, you go, ah, that's what them things are called.
Yeah.
You remember killing a couple of those and some of your compatriots making a hamburger out of them,
Yeah.
Hamburg. What
or a good
animals
old
are
steak
Yeah,
there
dinner.
I
at the
remember.
animal yard?
I remember they were making like patties out of those things. Out of bovines. Yeah, they were making steaks out of the bovines. Yeah,
Ooh, steaks. What kind of
I,
meat were they using? Was that a sirloin cut or a? Oh shoot, I
I
can't use. Or was that chuck? Because I was about to say like New York strip. It's like
You can also just call that you
Yeah,
can also
Well,
just
he's
call
from
that strip. You can also just call that strip steak.
yeah,
yeah,
strip
he's
or
just gonna be like,
ribeye,
from the
no,
T-bone,
I'm not
yeah
quite
porterhouse.
sure. They just
yeah. You gotta
grabbed
get
a piece
the
of
you
meat
gotta
and
get your
just
pizza Chicago style. Nah.
yeah, they kind of just ripped out a piece of meat and just grilled it over
Yeah, Laura,
fire.
your memory was more or less they just took like a knife or a sword or
Yeah,
whatever, just hacked off a chunk. Like,
yeah,
that looks about right.
Fire.
yeah. They never
I
allowed
need
me to eat
wood.
any of this stuff, so and
well,
at
you
that time I
see,
wasn't really interested.
Like, it wasn't particularly what you
gotcha.
would call fine dining.
Yeah, it's yeah, but like that mess hall right there, that was fine dining for me.
Yeah, after your newfound experience, you would probably describe your former compatriots as one step above cavemen.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty barbaric.
And that one step's only because they had iron tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, what type of cavemen? Would you say that they're more Neanderthal or the Africanus?
Yeah.
Astropithecus?
So obviously, uh, Alcar, having clearly gotten these two to occupy each other, he's kind of keeping an eye out for the for someone to finally come by and end this nightmare. He's like, he's just thinking to himself, I am really gonna need something stiff after today. So he's so yeah. How long does it take
Well,
until they?
another hour and some later,
Ah,
A
yes.
messenger is sent
You
to
go through all the different kinds of animals in the animal
fetch
yard.
you.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
Uh,
so excited to learn all about animals.
The messenger
Alcar,
approaches
Alcar,
you,
having listened to that
Alcar.
for so long, quietly thinks to himself, "Damn it! I can't believe I actually learned something today about farming."
Anyways, what
Messenger
were you saying,
approaches
Brad?
you, Alcar. Hmm? A messenger approaches you, Alcar. Squire,
Yeah.
I have been sent to fetch you and your charges to return to the High Council chambers. It is.
Oh, thank God.
They said it was most urgent.
Right. Come on.
He then, as he backs up, sees is Solstice still peeking down over the corner of the
Yeah.
roof.
Yep.
He looks up and jumps back and starts. Ah! Wh- Where did you? Where did you come from?
They've been up there all day.
Up there. Okay, whatever you say so, sir. You get the feeling this is like a probably a new inductee
Yeah.
that's even lower in rank than you are.
Yeah.
I'll be going now. Bye now. Hesitantly gives a nervous
He's gonna.
wave to Solstice and then runs off.
Yeah. He's just like, all right, come on.
But I
All
was
right, come
just
on.
getting to the difference between goat and cow milk.
You can tell them on the way.
Aw,
Come on, we gotta go. They say it's urgent. We gotta move.
Solstice, are you an Equinox going to
Following
follow?
the,
Or are you going to stay on your perch?
follow them along the rooftops as they go.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just like normally Alcar would want to clock this sort of thing, but he just wants this guy to be someone else's problem. He
little does
has
he know.
yeah, he has stuff he has other stuff he needs to do. So he's like, all right. All right. So yeah, he's gonna lead him back to the council hall.
Once they reach the main keep, do the two dragons keep following, or do they enter the keep, or what? What do they do?
I'll say that Equinox and Solstice's curiosity gets the better of them, and they will follow. They will follow them in.
Okay. You follow them into the grand halls. The fortress worm ascendant.
Equinox is noticeably nervous, but he's
Uh,
also curious.
there are the guards that are there don't answer. They're standing their posts and they just nod as you walk by. And you ascend. You travel deeper into the fortress, both horizontally, and then you begin ascending up the keep into part of the mountain.
Yeah. Alcar's gonna take off his hat and pocket it because he's wearing a trench coat. It's got big pockets.
You begin to faintly hear the sound of something scraping against metal.
It's not me, I promise.
Going around.
Equinox appears to be fidgeting with a small silver bell, and it's her claws that are scraping against it that you're hearing.
Yeah. I can't help but want to do this because Alcar's supposed to be kind of mean. So he's just gonna he's looking at them. Are they looking at him?
Equinox is kind of looking around curiously, and
All right.
Solstice is watching Equinox to make sure she stays safe.
Yeah. All right. Later then. He'll he's just like, this Doesn't matter. Keep going because important stuff. Keep the council waiting. Doesn't look good.
You climb the stairs, and you eventually come to the council chambers.
Yeah. All right. Better.
Deep in the heart of the mountain.
All right. You better. All right. Just if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be just as before. They just go in the middle.
You
All
open
right.
the
He just
doors.
yeah. He's like, all right. Take your spot in the. All right. You take your spot in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Alcar's going to take his spot next to his boss.
Equinox mutters something to Solstice, and they stay outside. Like
Yeah.
they watch from the door, but they stay outside of the room.
Doors are probably going to get closed.
I imagine like crack it open and take a peek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see their face. You can see their heads like poking through the bottom of the door, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as they don't catch the ire of Jungle Walker over here, they're good.
After
Ugh.
returning the council to order, Order speaks. We have come to a determination. Your documents will prove most useful for helping us deal with the growing ambitions of the Legion of the Legion. Further, since you risk so much to get them here and seem to be the desire to turn over a new leaf, so they say, we will grant you asylum here on a probationary status.
Yeah, but whatever works. I'm fine with whatever.
We
I just
will
really
keep
want to
close
go
eye on you. The Warforged speaks up again. Query. Do you have any particular concerns about working with us against your former comrades? Observation. Your insights would be most useful in putting down that
My
murderous
insights?
horde. Clarification. Yes. Surely you have some idea as to how they work, how they operate.
Oh, oh, that's what you mean. Okay, so I thought you were going to like dissect me or something and use what's inside of me.
You
I
hear
get
a
it now. I get it
brief
now.
chuckling coming from the Githyanki off to your right. She fiddles with a silvery knife. Well, that would be a one way of learning, now wouldn't it?
I would prefer not to. Thank you. I appreciate it if you would not. But I mean, yeah, I could tell you guys whatever I know. It's not much. I was more of like a murder bot. So
The dwarf speaks up. Excellent, excellent. Can always use good, hardy fighters. Warden will not need to bother with you anymore, and Andor will see to your papers when you leave the room.
okay, good because I did not want to join that harem.
You hear the tiefling harem? What? Oh, you're referring to the others down in the dungeon. Ah, as she speaks, all Alka, you've heard rumors, but your interactions with Zalista have been so limited that you're never able to confirm them. Her fangs, her are particularly long, much longer than any tieflings should be. She
Tiefling.
definitely has
There it is.
yep, she definitely has a vampiric look about her, but not like
Yeah.
full vampire.
Yeah.
You assume it to probably be a side effect or benefit of her warlock pact with a vampire lord.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, he's looking around. Yeah, he's looking around, listening to stuff, making sure to pay attention to stuff. He's like, he does have a question for his boss, but it can wait.
So it was a dungeon down there. Okay, so that clears everything up.
Yeah, it's a prison, dungeon, or whatever you want.
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
That being said, who was the paladin? The one that was the warden? Was it Tolgir?
Yeah, he's the warden. He's the chief
Okay.
jailer.
Okay. So what was his reaction? Immediate reaction to the harem comment.
To the previous
He's
allegations.
scowling and glaring. If looks could kill, Ront would be a steaming pile of ash.
So it's safe to assume Alcar finally figured out who pissed in his soup today.
Yep. If looks could kill, Laurent would be a steaming
Yeah.
pile of ash on the chamber floor.
Yeah, again, yeah, he's like, yeah, so, yeah, that's what it is. I was curious if Alcar was gonna piece that together today. He's just like, oh, he's thinking to himself, oh, good, oh, good. Well, hopefully after today, I don't have to deal with them today. They're not going to be something I have to deal with. Tempt fate, tempt fate, tempt fate, tempt fate.
The odds are not in your favor.
No,
The wizard will
no.
speak up.
I consider them quite against Alcar at the moment.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Wizard speaks up. For the meantime, we suggest you follow around Squire Palaralia. He's got a good head on his shoulders and knows a thing here and a thing there. I think you will find him enlightening. When we have an assignment or need of your skills, we will be sure to let you know. And
Sir, yes, sir.
Squire, do keep yourselves out of trouble. As he looks straight at you, Alcar. Do keep yourselves out of trouble. Don't forget to see the quartermaster for proper order garb once you have the rest of your papers.
Yeah. Kind of. Is it going to be as comfortable as this, what I'm wearing right now, or is it going to be like more comfortable? I don't know. I've never really changed out of these before.
The Leonin, over the lion Leonin just shrugs and says, I guess that depends on your definitions and what you choose to wear underneath that plate. To the
Works for me.
snickers of the more heavily armored individuals. Voldrov calls the meeting back to order. Well, unless there is anything else anyone wishes to bring up, we are dismissed. You may go now.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, hey! We
never
get to
asked
look
my
at
name.
the
Did you want my
monster.
name, or should I just
That
go so
great
I'm just like
outcome.
unnamed?
Andor
I'll be
will
unnamed.
deal-
Okay, let's go.
Andor will deal with that.
Sounds good. Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, the drow lady who's taking notes, does she look familiar to Equinox at all?
In a familial sense. In fact, she finishes writing stuff up. Alcar, you and Andor are briefly discussing, which document you're going to need to get out and so forth,
Yeah.
while Morthon
Also, and as for Alcar's question, he's like, I miss anything good while I was babysitting?
just the usual. He gestures vaguely at some of them. Hotheads, temperaments, you know how these things go.
Yeah.
You've heard him
Apparently.
lament some of the meetings with various members and how they can be stubborn, hot-blooded, high-tempered, particularly the
Yeah.
dwarf, the Leonin, the Yes Yankee,
Yeah.
and the Asimar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, if you came. Yeah. Well, if you came with. Well, if you were watching the other thing, you missed it. You might have missed dinner and a show. He got. He tried to fix. He didn't know how to do food, and nearly choked trying to mimic some dragon conscript that showed up. I don't know them. They showed they were talking with Ursa, and then well, Ursa saw what happened, and you know what Ursa's like.
Oh, yes.
By the
He looks over at
by the way,
Rose
heads
and
up.
is like, she got lucky with her promotion. You know, she used to be stuck down there in medical with her, sir. And she got promoted up here and got out of that mess.
Who did?
Life clerics.
Oh, him.
The life
Her.
cleric.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
One can
Um,
only. Yeah. Well. Oh, and I should warn. Oh, and heads up. Heads up. Heads up with everything going down. I didn't eat lunch. Didn't eat lunch, and she figured it out. So just a heads
none of
up.
us,
She
none of
knows.
us did. Hopefully she will be after bigger fish than us.
Yeah.
While you two are
That's what.
discussing this, Anira closes her notebook and she exits, seemingly drawn in her notes.
As soon as she like starts to come near the door, Equinox like immediately scrambles behind the statue.
There is a strong familial resemblance.
Yeah, and Solstice stands like kind of in front of her. Solstice knows why Equinox is terrified right now, and so he's
Make stealth checks.
they are not trying to be stealthy.
Okay,
They're
are
just
you trying
getting
to?
the heck out of her way
Oh,
and
okay.
just like they're not like out well I guess they would be kind of trying to be stealthy, but they're failing. Like Equinox's claws like noticeably scrape against the stone as she scrambles behind the statue.
Yeah.
Solstice
She
is not
gets
trying to be stealthy.
she gets all the way to the door and then realizes she must have left something behind. Turns around, takes one step, and then like, oh, hello. I don't remember you.
Yeah.
You're not you're not from this fortress. You know, what are you doing all the way up here? Do you have business with one of the others? She's addressing vaguely to both of you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
we were bringing some. This is Solstice. We were
Mhm.
bringing some things in a cart. Um, we were curious about the meeting.
Ah, ah, yes, most interesting. Defector from Black Dragon shock troops. This is most unprecedented. But where are my matters? Where are my matters? I am Nira Silikir, the head archivist.
Equinox noticeably massively flinches and starts to cry a little at the name Seelikir.
Something wrong with your friend? Mm, I know Drow have a dreadful reputation, but
You can
they
hear
should
um uh
not like getting for them.
she can probably hear Equinox muttering the name Seelikir over and over again. Like it
We have never met, have we? I think I would remember something.
no, I don't think so.
Hmm. Perhaps it was I guess it would have to be a family member then? Hmm. Well, probably wasn't Dari. The other family member, druidy person, big green centipede tattoos down the sides of her face.
Solstice slowly nods.
That was a different one.
Oh, that was a different one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We could make it that person if they serve the gardener.
one sec. Or was it a different one?
I forget what I named the one from Equinox's backstory.
The wizard.
Oh,
That's what I wrote down.
yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Here.
Solstice kind of glances back at Equinox, and then kind of gestures for Nira to come a little closer. Basically, so he can say it quietly. Says it very, very quietly, so that only Nira can hear it. Says, um, what?
Hmm?
My
What?
sister said something when she walked by, and I don't know what she said.
Tell her you're busy.
Um, in she just says he says the name Inri. Is that the name I had it as?
So you got it as. In,
Okay.
hmm. Must be a cousin or something like that. I don't know any.
Southeast of here.
Don't. I'll have to consult my record. Do you happen to know who they were affiliated with?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I don't think Equinox does either. But
Hmm.
she probably
Really
wouldn't.
interesting.
She's probably wouldn't be in a state to. She probably wouldn't be in a state to answer that question right now, anyways. Solstice like puts a wing around Equinox.
Probably. Hmm. My cousin Dari. She's more connected with the other members of the clan. Perhaps she knows. Though getting any information out of her is always the tricky part. Druids who work for dragons. Dreadful time trying to get any information at all out of them. Hmm. Well, I have other matters to attend to. Enjoy your stay here at the fortress. I must be going now, and she leaves. Alcar, you and Andor have made it out of the room by now, and you notice the two dragons who you saw earlier are hiding off in a quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solstice looks tense, and Equinox is crying and looks terrified.
He's just like the induction process. He's just like the onboarding process isn't what it used to be, I guess.
Is that in
They're not
response to the
from.
dragons, or?
Yeah.
They're
In
not from.
response to the dragons.
Solstice looks over. You, your archivist, is it Nira? I think her name was. Um, One of her relatives is someone who hurt Equinox really bad.
Well, let's pick up. An
What
unpleasant
is?
experience with Drow.
Yeah.
Well, as I unfortunately must say that would probably be typical of a family.
Yeah.
Now that is an interesting coincidence.
That's. Huh. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, you're right, Drow. Some Drow can be pretty nasty sometimes. Yeah.
yes. I wouldn't go as far as say that Nira is harmless. Far from it, but very that's a nice enough lady. Particularly pleasant demeanor. Haven't had any issues. She sort of breaks what you would normally just think of when you discussing Drow. But anywho, you, as he points at Laurent, I need a
Mhm.
name for these documents.
Laurent Rivisier.
Hey, sit down. Uh-huh.
Out
An
of
obviously
curiosity,
skilled.
how is the much more experienced, the like much more experienced member of the order responding to a dragon like sobbing? Like he would know that
He
dragons
keeps
basically
he
don't
keeps
cry.
glancing over. He keeps glancing over. And he's like, "E-
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Alcar does actually like kind of.
After he finishes the forms, he hands them to
Yeah.
Alcard to hand to Laurent, and then turns it towards the two of you and he's like, "Now tell me, what did all the nine hells brought this on?" As he gestures with one hand towards Equinox. Last I checked, that's very how do I put this?
It doesn't happen.
Non-draconic. It doesn't happen. It just no.
Equinox just like kind of she kind of like does that kind of like almost hiccupy breathing in you do, like almost like gaspy breathing in you do when you're crying, you know.
Yeah.
You know the stuff, and she kind of looks at him like she's still very noticeably like she's I'm 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 not a real dragon anyways. So of course I'm not going to act very draconic.
Real certainly looks like one to me.
Well, I'm not.
Well, I'm not a real boy. What's my age? It's telling me to put my age. I don't know my age. So, I mean,
Uh, you can always put
Put a
10.
line through that. Put a line through that line.
10 sounds good. I'm gonna put 10.
Ah, yes.
It's unreasonable to ask for a raise.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is the life we must suffer through. Like you.
Figures.
Equinox just is she's still crying a little bit, but
Not
she
here
just kind of like
thinking.
almost like shrugs with her wings.
Like, now granted, I'm not a dragon at all. So I may be a poor judge of this, but you look like a full dragon to me, and depending upon one's definitions and dragon laws, which I am not certified in, one could argue that you're more dragon than your friend here, as he points to Solstice. You must have quite the difficulty with others of your kind. Crossbreeds, especially metallic chromatic, I would not think would be common, let alone openly accepted.
We're both outcasts.
Hmm. Interesting. Found each other. And now you are here. Well,
Maybe more
this is what
accurate
you
that
get.
I found Equinox. It was after she got hurt and she was being kept prisoner, and I found her and busted her out.
An interesting tale, no doubt. Well, this order is full of an amalgamation of strange individuals and species and misfits. I think you will fit in after you adjust a little bit. Elkar, you're almost reaching the point of being a knight. I think it'll be good for you to keep an eye on these two.
I imagine I like to imagine like in all cars, like he's wearing the face of professionalism, like he's doing the like the customer service face. In his
Mhm.
head he's like, no, 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 don't do this to me.
Don't do
Isn't
this
this
to me,
great,
man.
Alcar? We have more friends to hang out with.
Nah, man, you wouldn't do me
I'm
like
just
that, would you? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. No.
yeah. He's just like I like to imagine like again he's got that like customer service face,
I'd
but he's
be
like
happy to.
but the yeah but
Eyes as wide as dinner plates.
internally he's like I'm gonna burn this whole fucking fortress to the ground, I swear to God.
Internally screaming.
Yeah. He's just like so anyways I don't know if I caught the last part he said quite particularly. So he
Uh,
said reaching knighthood, keep
you're
an eye on them,
keep an
on
eye
these
on
two.
them. Might be
So specifically
beneficial.
those two?
In addition to the other two, which you were kind of one was following you around, and the other you were kind of already
Yeah.
assigned
So he's
to
like,
help
so
out.
he's
Alcar
just
really
like,
is the grumpy dad of the party.
yeah. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, despite everything screaming in Alcar's entire being, he's just like, sure, I'd be delighted to.
Freaking, I could already imagine a scene in the future. It's the one scene from Up. It's just like it's like I don't want you here, and I don't want you here. I'm stuck with you.
Yeah, exactly. He's 100% like I'm stuck with all of you.
He's Carl.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god, he's Carl. Laurent is the kid, and Morthan is Kevin.
So he's just like, ah, so if there's, so is there anything else you need me today, boss?
Nothing today. Perhaps you should take them by the courtyard here in the keep. It's a lovely, relaxing ambiance. You know the one.
Yes, sir.
Might
Okay.
be good to have a change of scenery.
Couldn't agree more.
I need to file these papers. I'll keep that one out of trouble, as he points to Laurent. Or
Am I causing
oh,
trouble?
we will have both our hides.
Pretty. I'm pretty sure they just are trouble, but eh, eh, but I'll do what I can.
He nods and heads off.
Yeah.
You all have noticed that various members of the council have been filing out as you've been having this conversation
Yeah.
and have dispersed as you make your all's way
He's just
down.
I assume the other members of the council reacted with befuddlement at the crying dragon.
yeah.
Yep.
He's just like uh, yeah, so all cars just gonna be like, right then. Courtyard it is. Come on.
Equinox is more stable by the time you actually leave, and
do
Yeah.
any
like
of you
she's
speak
still
Githyanki?
sniffling. She's still sniffling, but she's not.
No, I do not.
Nope.
Believe
Well,
I
Laurent
In
does
do. I
not.
don't
theory,
remember selecting my.
Yes.
yes.
I don't remember selecting my languages, but I do not speak Githyanki nonetheless.
If
In
none of you, wait, Spencer, do you
in
speak Gith?
theory, yes.
Okay, so you briefly heard Jira buttering to herself. Gonna definitely need to ask Athena about that.
Yeah.
Definitely need to ask her. And then she is off. You all come to the outer edges, a large courtyard.
Yes.
Uh,
Ooh,
One of the Templars.
pretty.
Voldrob is off in a corner meditating. Antoli is sitting on a bench. Seems to be in silent prayer, communication with some otherworldly being. Someone more powerful. You see various bushes and shrubbery, and a path meandering through.
Laurent's going to take off his helmet, and he is just in awe of the courtyard. He's going to go to like the first bush that he sees, and he's just going to like pass his hand through like the leaves and like check out the flowers. Then he's just going to go to like the first statue he sees, look up at it for a bit. Just like he's seen these things for like the first time ever.
He's gonna.
More.
Alkar's gonna walk out, and he's gonna grab him, grab another cig from his pocket. He's just like, all right. Yeah, he's just gonna be like, he's just, what a day, and he's gonna quietly blow just enough fire to be able to light it.
You could call this place a paradise.
Which is kind of which I kind of find as a hysterical reverse, because he's just kind of, instead of holding the lighter and with the cigarette in his mouth and using his hand to block the wind, he's instead using his face as a lighter and holding the cigarette.
Equinox is
Oh,
gonna go
Roberto.
over to this bush.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she says something in Draconic quietly. She kind of said, like, it is very broken Draconic.
Yeah.
But it's like basically the Draconic word for beautiful.
Yeah.
And then she looks to Solstice, who nods. Like nods approvingly, like
It's,
yeah.
You could call this place a paradise. You see, paradise is actually has its origin in Persian, as that word means walled garden. As to where we are right now, completely Morthe is completely what is it? Diffusing the situation, like just to be a little nerd over here.
yeah.
Equinox starts actually like looking and listening intently. Like you see her eyes widen in a very like curious
Yeah.
way. Um, what else? What else can you tell me about this place?
DM, what would I know about the history of this? Would I know, let's say, the statue of this person?
Sure, it's some historical night. You also do notice straight overhead, there's a hole that goes all the way through the mountain. So you have sunlight coming down through into this little
Yeah.
courtyard, which is why the larger cavalry members are griffins and not horseback, because they can just fly straight in instead of having to go through the fortress mountain, you know.
Yeah.
And there are various little different gardens and so forth, and you regale with some of the history you have learned of. Uh,
Alcar's just sitting on this bench over here near the hole,
yeah,
so
the
that
fountain.
everything he smokes goes out the hole. You know, it's a
Yeah,
politeness thing.
yeah.
Laurent's going to pick a flower from one of the bushes, smell it, then go over to Elkhart. Like, have you ever smelled this before? It smells delightful.
Equinox is gonna follow
It's,
around Morthan as he's telling
yeah,
fun
he's
facts,
just
and she's clearly very curious.
oh well, yeah,
As you approach Alcar, you see a species you have never seen before a day in your life.
yeah,
Sitting over here at the edge of the large fountain, there's an orca person.
yeah,
Vindar Fosmarson, Vindar son of Fosmar, the
yeah,
Foreign Affairs Minister, Chief Ambassador, if you will.
yeah. You just, huh?
Orca has an 8-pack.
It's not. Huh, that's something you don't see every day. He, by the way, he words that almost in a way that it's that like Laurent, if they want, they can interpret that as like whatever they want.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I've never seen anything like this before. It's actually really, it's a lot, but it's
Like
it's
I
nice.
like to imagine like Laurent's so absorbed in the flower, doesn't even notice that
Doesn't even
Alcar's not
notice the
looking at them at
absolutely
all.
Yeah.
jacked,
It's
absolutely jacked
Yeah.
orca person.
like turned around completely.
Smash. Anyway, but yeah,
Vindar is absolutely
Yeah,
jacked.
yeah.
he's
It's just
actually
like,
gonna go up to this guy. He's like, "What can you tell me about this flower?"
And business is like,
oh god.
flower. He sort of dazed and shakes his head. He's like, well, I can tell you that they were planted here last spring. Yes, last spring. And, of
Really?
a wide variety. I'm not really a botanist. You would be best finding one of the druids or one of the rangers. They would know more. Perhaps a savant. Yes, yes, a florist savant.
I was just
I
wondering.
am
It just smells
I am an
really nice.
ambassador, a negotiator. I am not. Tell me, who might you be?
Oh, my name's Laurent.
Ah, pleased to meet you. I am Vindar, son of Fosmar.
Nice to meet you too. I'm son of I don't think I am a son.
And that is most unfortunate.
It's not that unfortunate if I don't remember anybody. So,
Mm,
but yeah, thank you
then perhaps
for
that is
letting me
a
know about
small
that.
mistake.
And he's just gonna go to the next bush, smell the flowers there, pick one from there, keep going.
He's just
I
like
should probably tell him that he's not allowed to pick the flowers.
this. Alcar is partially curious to see what's going to happen to them, while also quietly hoping that, while also quietly hoping that they become not their problem anymore. But but he's also suspecting things are moving against him.
I will
At
say
one
that
point, he is going to lay in the grass and just feel it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, feels really nice.
I will say it for while Equinox is following Morthan around, which Solstice is also staying by Equinox, obviously.
Yeah.
But while Equinox is following Morthan around, at first she's just listening and kind of and nodding every once in a while, but as you start to tell her more fun facts and everything, she starts to like actually ask questions, and
Yeah.
she seems to
What
open up to
key?
Morthan a lot.
Well, Morthan will be more than courteous and will give answers to the questions as well as can actually cite sources, as it says so in his book of where he got it from,
Hmm.
as well as asking like what your preferred citation method. Are you more of an MLA or an AP?
APA
Um,
doesn't exist. It will be founded for a
Neither
long
would the
time.
MLA. Um, what are MLA and APA?
Well, you see, it more or less goes around how you prefer things to be ordered when you are citing something, such as do you want the co-writers' names first, or do you want the year and date first?
Uh, I mean, I remember having to write things with like sources cited at the library forever ago. It's in school, but which I should mention is very strange to hear, given that by dragon standards, Equinox looks like a few years old at most.
Yeah.
And she's saying that, like, she's saying that she was in school forever ago, so.
I don't think Morthan can tell the difference, really.
Okay,
Well,
fair. Well,
yeah,
if
it's like,
anyone else
okay,
heard that,
DM,
they would think it'd be weird.
yeah, DM, how long has Morthan been a book on a shelf?
Many centuries.
Many centuries.
Yeah.
You are a very dusty old tome.
Yeah. How long since Sapiens?
Maybe a year?
Yeah.
Oh God, all cars with a bunch of children.
Yeah. At this point,
Hey,
Laurent
hey,
is laid
hey,
back right on his back, just staring up at the hole in the garden.
hey,
He's just like watching the cloud.
Equinox is physically like 30. I mean, mentally she's still a kid, but
Yeah.
that's not her fault.
Laurent just gains sentience. He's a baby.
Oh, Carson, he's the mature one in the group, still trying to mentally decide is he even allowed to give anyone else at the party a cigarette at any
Yeah.
point.
Well, he's just like he's considering to himself what his next steps are going to be because things just got more complicated. It's a lot easier to move for what he's trying to do. It's a lot easier to move by yourself. Now he has he has 4 tack-ons. So he's like he's just thinking to himself like all right. So shit just hit the fan in the worst way possible. But that's fine. Nothing I can't work through. I just need to clear my head and think. Some of he is already considering. He's like, all right. So Laurent's an idiot. Good. We can use that. A dangerous idiot to be sure, but we can use that.
He's
The
just
other one
Ken,
seems
man.
He's our
gonna need
dangerous
to keep
idiot.
gonna need to try to keep secrets from the other one because they seem to be a bit talkative. And he hasn't had enough time to clock what the two dragons are about yet.
I mean, I feel
He
like you
just
have had enough time to clock that they
he
are a
clocks that
walking
one of them is a he clocked one
the
of them's a trauma horse. The other one and the other one seems to be an emotional support animal.
he may have clocked that they are a walking, talking, found family trope.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not enough to go on as far as he's concerned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, out of
So
character,
he's
they are a walking, talking, found family trope. Because I love the
yeah.
found family trope.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just he's just thinking to himself and he's like while also trying to figure out while also and then he also pushes some of that to the side while thinking, right, he's got to report. He's got to make a report at some point.
He's got to write a report. He's got to do paperwork
Not
while
even
babysitting 4 children.
yeah. Yeah, he's like he's just like starts scratches the scales behind his many horns. and he actually does say this out loud. Absolutely nobody said it would be easy.
Oh, nothing's easy. You just have to get through it. If you need help with anything, I got you. I know we just met, but I mean, I could help you with it.
I appreciate that. That's
Yeah,
good to know. Thank you very
Like,
much.
I
He's like, yeah, so he's let's see. What's my what's first off, what's the he's shoot. He never figured out what the shoot. He never figured out where to plug these guys. Where to the although that also doesn't sound like it's the archivist's purview.
Um, Quartermaster would also be in charge of bunks and all that,
That's right. So he's like,
which is Arcus.
yeah. So
So you
Speaking of
make
which,
easy access.
speaking of which, what time is it about now?
yeah.
It is evening. We'll probably say you probably spent a while
Hmm.
relaxing and calming down and adjusting in the courtyard.
actually,
how
it's
do
been long enough. Would Solstice and Equinox figure out that Morthan isn't actually a person?
What?
Like, would they
That he's
figure
not
out
a
that
people's.
yes, that Morthan is not the small gnome guy, but the book?
Equinox probably would, not because she can like actually tell, but because she has a natural sense for magic, and so she can sense that the magic is coming from the book.
Yeah. I love how you describe them as a halfling, and then we all mandala'd it into just being a gnome.
it's small. It's a
Yeah,
size small. It's the
it is a small thing of questionable origin.
As you're like leaving, Equinox just kind of tilts her head and looks at you like kind of quizzically, and then she just shakes her head like like basically clearing her thoughts.
Yeah, I'll have
But
Alcar run more investigations later. He's just
she doesn't say anything.
yeah. So
It'd
he's
be
gonna
funny if
go.
Alcar was the only one that doesn't figure out this entire time. We're
That
in
would be
session 12.
funny, but it would be frustrating as hell. Especially because that would not look good to the people he's trying to look good for.
Yes.
But he's like, so he's it's like, I'm sorry, you're trying to do investigative stuff and giving us information, but you couldn't see the obvious thing sitting right under your frickin' nose.
No, the problem is he was literally under the nose
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah. So he's gonna lead them to the quartermaster to get them figured out, while also quietly praying that they don't officially make them a unit, but also having the distinct sinking feeling that that's happening.
Do Morthan, Solstice, or Equinox react at all to seeing an Orca person in the middle of a mountain? Or
Cool.
Solstice and Equinox don't. They're
okay,
busy. They're
Oh,
busy following Morthan around.
okay,
yeah.
you all eventually come to the quartermaster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and when he finishes his cigarette, he'll incinerate the butt of it like how he did before, sort of spitting out the ashes. Ashes are good for. They probably don't care too much because ashes are good fertilizer.
Yep. As long as you don't like, leave anything on fire or anything.
No, of course not. That was the whole reason he incinerated it. It's a politeness thing. Like Alkar's a dick, but he knows how to be polite.
Alrighty. You come to the quartermaster. Standing behind the bar. He seems to be doing inventory or something. He's working with an abacus and then taking notes down on a piece of paper with a single large monocle. There's a large bear folk standing there, muttering to himself. As he hears you enter, and you're like, "Come," he goes back to his inventory. He hasn't looked up yet. He's like, "What do you need?"
Hey, I'm trying to remember the original the terminology. Counts. Council cleared this one for Council cleared this one for onboarding. So
Laurent's gonna wave.
He looks up. Oh, oh, okay.
yeah,
Good to
he's
know.
Alkar's gesturing towards Laurent, obviously.
He sets down his papers and he reaches underneath. He begins filling out documents and so forth. Now, what about the two dragons with you? Are they new or from another outpost?
I heard an outpost out to the.
Southeast.
He's gonna look at them. What was it? What was it? East?
Solstice says south. Solstice southeast.
Southeast.
You two Wyrms mine.
He says the name of the outpost they came from.
You two Drakes mind sharing quarters for the meantime.
Honestly, we don't really need quarters. I both of us prefer to sleep outside.
Usually have to do that when you get bigger, anyways. Oh, there you go. There should be. There's key to a footlocker and a combination. Not for the meantime, you will be bunking in the shared quarters. And it gives you directions for where the shared squires' quarters are. He also provides you with a set of a signet ring, set of order robes. I need to pull up this document. Um, informs you As a member of the Order, you have basic access to the archives, training areas, limited transportation, medical treatment, and free room and board. I'm certain your friends here can show you where the mess hall is and where the barracks room is for squires.
Oh, well, I already know where the mess hall is. I don't really need to go there.
Excellent. You already know what one of the key staples of your life is going to be. Very well. It is getting late. I suggest you all go about your evening business or retire for the evening. For tomorrow, all its work and chaos happens.
Sounds
Sounds
like a regular day.
When you
sounds good.
when
Good.
I'm gonna say Equinox and Solstice like go with the others to like wherever the building is.
Yeah.
They find
Yeah.
a tree outside the building, and they both hang from their tails and sleep like possums.
He's gonna just kind of look at them, just be like, so I am curious what the interior structure looks like.
I will need
For
to
the most
pop off
part,
soon.
this one I don't have a map for. It looks like a barracks room.
Yeah,
Multiple
I
bunk
think we're
racks.
wrapping up, Maddie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multiple bunk
Yeah,
racks
we're
and
getting
so forth.
close. I don't
Has
have much left. I just got to do my report for the day,
Gotcha.
which
it's
is
typical.
flavored in a fun way.
Yeah, it's a typical bunk room with
Yeah.
many individuals of your rank.
Yeah.
As you are not an official like apprentice of Andor, you don't bunk in the second room in his quarters because he has a larger like apartment style kind of unit due to his
Yeah.
rank.
Yeah, so I'm just with the other squires then.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
So lock.
I'll do what I need to do outside.
Yeah,
So
there are
I'm just
plenty of quiet little corners and so forth for you to do
yeah.
that
Yeah,
message.
so I'm gonna go outside and pull out my little rock.
Mhm.
My little rock and dial it up for and dial up my ma. And yeah, so I'm just like yeah, so he's obviously, he starts it off, usual pleasantries. And it's like, "Hey ma, have a good day." Yeah,
Pleasant to
usual
hear from you. Tell me, have you learned anything of interest today? Always lovely to learn new things. Hoarding
yeah.
knowledge is the
So
best time.
so he is going to, and from this point on, he is actually going to be saying this in Thieves' Cant.
Mhm.
Uh, so that to anyone else, it just sounds like he's just, he's just calling home how things are going at home. It literally just sounds like a perfectly normal conversation, completely hiding how sinister it actually is.
Hmm.
No, that is most
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah, so he
Most
tells them about
fascinating
the yeah,
indeed.
so he 100% tells her about the defection thing because that seemed to be pretty big.
That is most unusual. Most unusual.
It was
I will have to tap other informers to see if there is uprisings, murmurings, dissent in
didn't
Mortis's little band of yes men. It would
yeah,
seem things are not as well as they intend. Ooh, this is getting
one
great.
yeah, one of them yeah, again, still in Thieves' Cant,
Mhm.
he's like he tells her yeah, it's apparently it was in the middle of killing some farmer or something and then grew a conscience. Can you believe that? I'll
Unusual for
I'll point to them sounding like some sort of construct. So I don't know I'm I'm not familiar enough with how those work for if that's if that's incredibly unusual or just straight up impossible.
Well, that would intend on the magic used during creation, but that is most interesting. Oh, I bet that sadistic
great worm is twisting and turning with confusion and rage. It has perfect army, defecting, falling apart on itself. Oh, this is just wonderful. I wonder how much I could sell this for. I bet you we can get a pretty penny for this kind of information. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we're. And apparently one of the others. Yeah, and he is going to tell her about the. He's also going to tell her about the solstice equinox thing. What little he knows. He's like,
Two
and
weird dragons.
yeah, the two weird dragons that apparently have had ties to the. I already missed the. I completely forgot that family name.
Coelacanths.
Yeah, the Coelacanths.
Oh.
He's like apparently there's these two weird dragons. One of them had some bad times with the Coelacanths. Don't.
Interesting.
There.
That Drow house. A bunch of them are associated with, what's his name? Gardner, Green Great Worm. His name slips my mind at the moment. Ugh. You would think, head of an information cartel, I would be better at remembering names of great worms. But no matter. Many of their family are involved with that, and perhaps encounter with that. But a white and silver.
Well,
Could it
well,
be
odd as
that-
it may be. Well, odd as it may
Can't
be, like he always
can't be one of
says.
theirs. Can't be one of theirs. I'm quite certain she would keep a much closer eye on her brood. You are not quite sure to whom your mother is referring to. No,
Yeah.
must be someone else.
Yeah, he's just like,
Still,
hmm.
I will have to look into.
Well,
She seems to be
I'll
thinking
be.
out loud more, muttering to
Yeah,
herself.
yeah. He's like, well, I'll be Well, whether I like it or not, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on them for the next little bit. Looks
Yes,
like they just. Sounds like they just. Sounds like I'm getting a unit dumped on me.
Can you
Well, it'll be good it's annoying, but it'll be good. But it'll be good experience nonetheless. Can't. If I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, I can't. I gotta learn how to do. I gotta learn how to delegate and lead folks, don't I?
Indeed. You've given me much to think on. Strange things are happening. Do be wary if you go near any mountains. Volcanic activity is increasing according to my sources, even in strange places. Volcanoes that have been dormant for nearly my entire lifespan are suddenly going active out of nowhere. It's most concerning. Be careful.
Well, I'm kind of living in a mountain right now. I'll have to. I'll check with the I'll check with the. What was it? The geological stuff. I'll have to. I'll just see if there's a geologist. Ask them about that.
Keep an eye out. Until next time.
I will. Thanks, Ma.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Love you. And yeah, hang up the thing. Where the fuck do I find a geologist?
I think that should be the last line of the session.
Yep.
All right, gonna stop the recording.